Hey, what's up, man? This is Gene. We're doing a live stream here. I guess it's all set up for the right, what on YouTube, Facebook, whatever. And they're just announcing the some projections. Looks like one projection looks like I haven't projected it yet, but looks like Florida is not going to come through for Biden. That sucks. Anyway, so hey, I'm at a friend's house, man. She's outside having a cigarette right now. But I'm at my friend Donna Kane's house, and her and her daughter Tay Tay. And we just did a podcast, did a video, like a 30-minute one where we had everything from like how to achieve world peace if the Coors Light drinkers in cans will get along with the Bud Light drinkers with bottles, and also about how to make collard greens, and also about, like what's kind of some things that kind of messed up with the U.S. right now about like things like healthcare and race relations and the fact that it looks like Trump's winning in Florida. But anyway, so I think we're live. So let me... Let me switch something over here real quick because I got all these cool things to play with. So I'm gonna put live up here. Yeah, we're live now. And so, anyways, you see, I think it says StreamYard.com PGEMJWBE. Anyways, if you put that in your browser, you can click on it. You can come up on the show. And like I said, it's kind of co-hosted tonight, but it's basically it's me and Donna. And Tay Tay's here, and Donna, like I said, Donna's outside having a smoke. She'll be out in a while. And I don't know, maybe you can hear the TV in the background there, but we're watching. Yeah, maybe we can put it up a little bit. All right, yeah, there you go. Maybe y'all can hear that. So, like I said, if you got nothing else to listen to tonight, you can sit around and listen to me drink beer and like talk about what you're already listening to. There you go. I hope I got this set up right. I think so. Oh, let me go back here where I got the comments. I always forget to check the comments. Oh, that's easy to check. I don't have any yet. All right, cool. And you see down on the bottom, it talks about Rucksack, the YouTube channel. That's Rucksack Revolution. Like up here, Rucksack Revolution election night live stream. I guess I can take that live off since it says live stream anyways, and then it wouldn't be blocking. There we go. You see all this land here. That's what you're looking for. Those are the small counties where the president runs it up. But as they fill in, Joe Biden's holding on to that lead. But still the way to go. About 53% here. But again, this is impressive. It's like Biden's in the lead, but he's getting his ass whooped. That's what it looks like. I mean, to be honest. Anyway, so over here, here's Donna. Did I do it the right way? Yeah, we're back. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, this is Donna Kane.
What's going on?
We're on live now. You're probably talking to you're talking to 7 people. 7 people are watching right now.
What's up, 7 people?
7 people. Oh, we got some comments here. Wait a minute. I got always. We can. Mitch says, "Listening in, dudes." That's Mitch. Put his comment on the screen. And Scarlett, who has Scarlett Co for Art, she's one of the sponsors of the show. She says she's not all here mentally. Neither am I, sister. It's election night. So here we go. Oh, so here, yeah. So I can put Mitch. Here's Mitch. Mitch is the smart guy in this whole operation.
Hey, Mitch.
Yeah, Mitch is. He's gonna come on later. But yeah, so I guess we can. Yeah, pay attention because like when I pass out, you're gonna have to run this ship. Yeah. So yeah, we got his comment on the screen. I guess then he can make another comment, and we can make another comment, Mitch. Scarlett, I'm sorry. Just keep watching with us, Scarlett. Don't There's Scarlett. There it says, yeah. She looks great. She painted Van Gogh's Starry Nights on a pair of her Vans one time. It was very good. Yeah. Yeah, she's amazing. You look her up on redbubble.com or scarlettcoforart.com.
Listen, Scarlett, I'm a DJ. I go by. Can she hear me?
Yeah. Talk loud. I
go by DJ Flame. I need you to hook up a logo for me.
There you go. Hear that, Scarlett? Yeah, she's serious, man. She is. I was gonna bring my drums, and we could she's an old school scratch DJ. You know, which like probably makes me sound old. But I don't know if you know what that is. I'm sure you do. But anyways, so here's Mitch. He says, put back. It says, I'm gonna call in soon. So y'all, I don't know, man. Like put on your hard hats, man. Mitch is calling in, so you know he'll have something to say. He's gonna probably get on. I gotta figure out how to. I can like look up like elections because I said like 538.com, right? You know, wait a minute. Scarlett says, I can hear you and I can do anything you need, just not tonight. Definitely not tonight.
Hell no, not tonight.
You hear that? This ain't the live stream. This ain't. It's like there used to be an old ad campaign said, "This is not your father's Oldsmobile. This ain't your daddy's podcast neither." You know, so yeah. But yeah, Scarlett, down the road, not tonight. No, she don't need a logo tonight.
We don't know if that's the way it's going to turn out, but it just tells you that he has more options anyway. And if you can add Ohio to that, then it's just a buffet. I mean, it's a buffet of possibility to run it up.
A buffet of possibilities.
If you're looking at this right now, you have 306, right? So you're trying to figure out what am I going to lose? Right? If you're in the president's campaign, what am I going to lose? Well, again, that was a double-digit lead, right? We don't know. We're going to count votes in Michigan.
Oh, this is kind of like Wayne's World all grown up or something. Wayne's World, party on.
Wayne's World. Wayne's World. Wayne's
That's
World.
it. Yeah. We'll bring you Bohemian Rhapsody in about 2 more beers.
Oh, great.
You know, I was trying to think of a drinking game for election night, but this ain't no game, man. So you just drink, consume, no pointing, no saying drink, drank, or drunk. Gotta consume.
And again, we're not done with Florida yet, although Trump's lead there seems pretty comfortable. We're not done with Georgia yet. Joe Biden's competitive in Arizona. Texas, we're still early in the night on. The idea is that the menu options are more plentiful for Joe Biden to get there. Doesn't mean he gets there, but if you're
yeah, but that's how they were talking about Hillary. Remember that? Yeah, okay. So they were like, okay, Hillary lost Florida, and they were like, that's not good, but there's still she's got other options. And then it was kind of like watching someone playing chess and they're losing it. And they got so many options, but they lose them one by one until there's checkmate, you know? So like him saying that doesn't make me feel that much more comfortable, you know? Scarlett says she likes you.
Thanks, Scarlett.
Yeah.
Like you too.
Her and her husband's name is Noah. He's in the Marines. They're stationed up at Camp Lejeune in North Carolina. And I did their wedding 3 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And Mitch, she was a student. Mitch was the like high school quiz bowl coach.
All right.
At his high school,
and
and she was
anniversary party. Let me know. I play for free.
There you go.
Just give me a playlist of the music that you like. I'll download it and we go. I'll buy it from at the Apple Store. Make sure I have everything you like.
Got that? All right. People are going to be coming in going like, how come Donna's not on your show every day? She's way cooler than you are, Gene. It's true. You are.
No, cool.
The margin's still like that percentage-wise. Where does that math go?
Yeah, what are you doing, man?
Yes, Hillary Clinton won here, 56-38.
He's confusing me going back to.
Oh man, yeah. Like you look up, it's like, oh, he's ahead 73%. This is one county, like up by Toledo. You know. But it's like, I was just thinking, like, man, after you've been doing this all night like this, man, you know he needs to go sit in a dark room or something. But like, no.
Since like 3 or 4.
Yeah, he needs to be like in a sensory deprivation tank for about 36 hours after this is over. Yeah, because he's just like on. It's like being a line cook on a busy night. And you got just a full rail of tickets, man, and you just like you're in this zone. And as long as you don't stop and you keep going, you're okay. But if you stop to think about it for a second, forget about it, man. You're done. Oh, here's John Carter, man. This is the guy who got me the camera that I thought we were gonna have to use there for a minute. He's John is working on his like PhD in education or something, and he went to college with me and Mitch at Barry, and we all played college bowl together. And he's also like a tuba player in the U.S. Army band.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I think it's baritone tuba, not sousaphone, not the big one. You know, the actual tuba, the real tuba. I was a clarinet player. I don't know nothing about it. The whole country needs to be in a sensory deprivation tank. Yeah. But then it'd be like, yeah, go back before you were thought of, there was a movie. Remember Altered States?
Yeah.
I think I saw that on HBO one night, back when like my parents didn't want me watching HBO, but I'd stay up late and watch it with the sound real low in the living room, Like I saw Midnight Express like probably 15 times, man. That probably had a lot to do with explaining my life. But Altered States. Did he turn into like an ape, or it was something like a Neanderthal man or something? Like he de-evolved or something. He devolved. He got primal, dude. He got like root chakra, reptile brain, lower brain or something. Yeah. That makes me think of that. Now, you remember the movie Scanners? Like when what was that ESP movie? Something that like their heads blew up. That's why when they had all the good movies, Scarlet, man, like heads blew up. Scanners and Altered States and Remember Phantasm had that ball that drilled into your forehead?
Right. And there was another movie with inmates, and they had these things on their necks, and if they move a certain amount of feet, the thing will blow up on them.
Oh, wait a minute. I remember that, and I can't think of it now. Yeah.
I was like, we need that now.
So it'd be like a contest between like Biden and Trump, and you put them on, and like whoever moves, like whoever's head doesn't blow up wins. So it's like we're sitting here watching like the outcome of democracy in America, and instead we're talking about like old, cool ass 70s movies from before Scarlett was born. Because we're old and she's not. So, and I'm still trying to figure out how does this? Are we there? Yeah, did we get it? Oh, okay, yeah, all right. So yeah, if you want to come on the show, man, if you're foolish enough to come on this show tonight, just type in that StreamYard.com thing on your browser, on your phone, whatever. Tin can phone. We're on the second floor here in Ocala, Florida, and you throw a tin can phone if you're not too far away. Here comes Mitch. Oh, that's a sensible discussion.
A club night for an hour. We'll do it.
Like DJ Live on Instagram.
Yeah.
Hey, that's cool. Me, I'll bring my drums, man. Oh, yeah. Hey, Mitch, man. I love the lava lamp design. And Tay was over here smoking some shisha tobacco a little while ago, and you could faintly hear the bubbling in the background. I wish I could have mic'd it. It would have gone really good with like this lava lamp thing you got going on.
That's cool, man. Yeah. I'm glad you like it. By the way, Donna, that movie is called Wedlock.
Wedlock
with the collars.
Oh yeah, the dude. There we go. Wedlock.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear her? Okay, is the mic loud enough?
Yeah. I can hear. I can hear it just fine. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah, that was good. It had Rutger Hauer in it.
Sweet.
Yeah.
They should have had them for the child molesters.
You ever seen Hobo with a shotgun?
Push him out.
Yeah.
Let him blow up.
You ever seen Hobo with a shotgun with Rutger Hauer? He had a friend who's one of the greatest barbecuers in like the world. That suggested I watch Hobo with a Shotgun on Netflix about 5-6 years. Oh yeah, Rutger Hauer.
Yeah.
And then of course Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Oh, Blade Runner.
Oh, he was in Blind Fury.
Election tonight because it's just turned into like, what was it, Ebert and Siskel of like old movies and B movies. Is there an election happening?
I heard there was. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh man, I am drinking. I'm drinking some.
Drinking, man.
I'll see if you can see that.
Holy crap! You drinking booze, Mitch? Is it that serious?
Oh, dude, this is a special occasion.
I don't think I've seen you drink alcohol, man, since college. No. You might have had a beer or two. Yeah, it's been a long time.
It's been a while. But yeah, I'm gonna enjoy some of this red wine.
We solved the world peace, man, during the podcast I did with her a little while ago. That you'll have. It was basically she gave the longer version of it, the more accurate version. But basically, it came down to if the Coors Light can drinkers who wear hats could get along with the Bud Light bottle drinkers, like Donna here, who wear hats, we could have world peace, man, and recycling.
Hey, one second, just a minute.
And we could team up against the IPA drinkers.
Are y'all good?
I've converted now. I'm a Bud Light drinker. What happened was I started a Bud Light she offered me on the porch here and forgot all about it till I went out to fine tune for the live stream and found it. So I'm kind of on both parties. I should have got a red beer. We got a red and a blue beer, but there's kind of red in the Coors Light label.
Yeah, there you go.
So Colorado has become more and more of a liberal state. Yeah. I mean, they got legal weed, man.
She just came from that. She just came from the
I was in Colorado. I climbed the highest mountain in Colorado back in July, and I was high when I did it. I did it on 2 monsters and 2 edibles that I got at the weed store the night before in Leadville. Yeah.
Yeah, she says it was crazy out there.
Where were you at in Colorado? Denver, y'all. Here we go. Here's again. There's Tay Tay. Hey. And does it look? I've got the camera like tilted down, the lid on the computer. Does it look tilted down on your end, Mitch?
Yeah, I mean, I can tell it's tilted. Yeah.
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 Anyway, so so how was where were you at? Colorado.
Yeah, I was in Denver.
Denver.
There was really nothing much going on due to the pandemic. Everything was shut down by like 10 o'clock. All the bars, nightlife, everything like that. So all we could do.
Did you get down on Colfax Avenue?
Yeah.
All right then. All right, you saw Denver. Colfax is I don't know. That whole avenue should be on the National Register of Historic Places. Mitch has pulled up a chart because he knows I'm still. Oh no, I messed up. And there it is. He knows. I was just saying, man. Mitch is on me because he knows how to do this stuff, and I don't. But here we go. Basically, folks, here's what's up. This is the living evidence and truth. Wait a minute. Donna, are you in here?
There she is.
Okay. All right. This is the. Wait a minute. I'm sliding down the sofa. This is the living evidence and truth. When I tell y'all, and I've been saying this for months now, like this is me and Mitch is the smart guy, and I'm just the guy that drove the car around during the road trip. This is the proof, because like what you have is, hey, let's have a live stream about the election.
Hey, Gene.
And I'm basically just talking about beer, but then suddenly Mitch shows up and has a chart.
Hey, Gene, listen, look here, man. Look in the comments.
What? Is someone commenting again? Oh, wait. Oh, we got, here's wait a minute. Okay, I got to catch up. Oh, okay. First we have, I just got put up here. Fuck it. It's 2020. All right. Scarlett. That's therapy, girl. That's good. That's good. Let it out.
Okay,
Brian
listen.
Jackson. Greetings. Who's Brian Jackson?
All right, I'm going to tell you. Brian Jackson is a
you
guy.
vote, Brian?
Yes, he did. I guarantee it.
Did you vote?
I guarantee you he threw a blue ticket in that ballot box. Listen, let me tell you about Brian. Brian is a dude I used to work with. He taught with me at Bainbridge High School for 1 semester. Brian is from Flint, Michigan. And he is a dude, Gene, that you would absolutely love. Man, this dude will talk about water pollution and sing you a Counting Crows song at the drop of a hat.
Does he like burritos?
Oh, yes.
Cheesecake?
Brian's an eater. He and I used to play trivia in Bainbridge at this little local establishment there. Dude's really, really smart. And I hadn't talked to Brian in a long time, and then he messaged me today and asked me how things were looking in Pennsylvania, and we chatted for a little bit. And I was like, hey, man, I got a buddy who's doing a thing that you would be all about. And he was like, oh, yeah, what's up? And so I told him about this. And I said, man, you should really tune in tonight. So it's good to see him on there. Hey, Brian, hope you're doing well. Hope your family's well.
I need I need this Chromebook to have like shoot off like a sparkler out the top when there's a comment.
Yeah,
Here we go.
Yeah, Scarlett.
Back here we go. Crave Eatery.
Yeah, we used to play at Crave. There was a trivia night at Crave. Eli and Quest used to play there too with their mom. They would come down and play. And there's some good trivia players in that tiny little place.
In Bainbridge?
Yeah, it was mostly all the kids that I coached on the Quiz Bowl team. They would show up and like win free appetizers and stuff.
Bainbridge is like in the southwest corner of Georgia. Like if you went north from Tallahassee, it's in as corner as southwest as you can get, except for Attapulgis is probably more southwest, right?
It's almost directly south, but yes.
Yeah, I had to say that because Attapulgis, in my opinion, has the coolest sounding name of any town in the U.S. Attapulgis.
And it somehow manages to keep making its way into all of these broadcasts.
It's been a few. I've slacked. It's been about 3 or 4. It hasn't been in, but I'm going to bring it back. I'm bringing it back. Getting in the flow now. So
maybe it should be a chapter in your book. Just a chapter about Attapulgis for no reason, just the history and
Attapulgis. If I was a musician, I think I would make an album called Attapulgis Blues.
Yeah. I'm surprised.
And not having said, never been there, Like there was I'll preface it by saying that in the last century, this was over in the 20th century, I was tripping balls on acid one night in with a friend of mine in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and we went past this. It was closed. It was about 3 a.m, and we were going to Denny's, man. And like I think we ended up ordering toast. It's like we couldn't think, so it was like, "What do you want to eat?" Which like I don't know. This is a pop quiz. Toast. Well, toast. Toast. And I think we had toast and orange juice. So that makes sense, the orange juice. But anyways, so this place called Blue City, this bar. It looked like a fair-sized kind of nightclub thing. And the band on the placard, it said The Famous Unknowns was the name of the band. And to this day, I want to have a book title, or it could be a chapter title, The Famous Unknowns from Blues City. That's that phrase,
Hey, check this out, Gene. This is
What?
Florida. This is Florida.
It says slightly favored. What? We've been like watching, man. Like they have like about 92% of the vote counted or something.
Mm-hmm.
And Trump was up. Of course, I mean maybe that 8%'s like, I don't know, Dade County or something. I have no idea.
Well, you got to think too that the whoa, wait a second, Scarlett's got something for you.
Oh yes, over here. Wait a minute, we're too behind. I'm working on it. Jody Brown, wine drunk. All right, Jody's got to get on here. Does she still want me to come up there and fix up that shed?
Probably.
And move in?
Probably.
Then I can do Adipolgus Blues.
Yeah, I invited Jody
you're
to come
gonna write
to
a
this
blues album. You need to be living in a shed.
Dude, let me tell you. What does this say? Gene.
Oh, I'm an asshole. What's your dog? Oh, Toast. Oh, boom. Yes, right. Toast Malone. Get his ass up. It's election night.
Yeah,
that's who he voted for. I'm an asshole.
Yeah, man.
I got a friend, man. He's actually a Trump supporter. And
Brian says we need to check out Ohio.
Check it out. What site is that you're on?
That's 538.
I was going to go to that. I figured out how to pull up a site again because I always forget. It would have taken me a minute. That's cool that you did that. It's like basically I'm the color commentator and you're the play-by-play analyst.
I'll take it. I used to do that. I used to do that for a living.
When I was a youth leader at First Pres in Ocala, Florida, and Shannon Goosey, who she's in Tallahassee, and by the way, a blue voter. And Shannon was actually the youth leader, right? I was just the seminary student that they gave the assistant job to. But she really ran the show. I mean, she was boss. And she's amazing. But we used to have a night, we'd like meet the parents. It was like early September, kind of the beginning of the sort of school year. And I remember one year, man, she said something like, yeah, I'm Shannon, if you don't know me, and blah, blah, blah. And I got up and I said, well, I'm Gene, if you don't know me. And just to describe it the best, Shannon is the play-by-play analyst of this youth group. And I am the color commentator. I am the Dandy Don Gifford of youth ministry of the PC USA. And it was kind of funny because the women kind of smiled, but a couple of the guys busted a gut. A couple of the dads, they got it.
Hey, I want to say something to Brian here. Brian, if you want to come on the show, dude, all you got to do is type in that URL at the bottom of the screen.
Right, yeah.
Here, put it back up there, Gene, the URL.
Oh, I took it off, didn't I? I'm sorry. Let me put it back here. Yeah, I've got it here somewhere. Here it is.
Yeah, Brian, just if you want to come on the show, just type in that URL in your your browser, and then I could actually, I could just text it to you. Hold on one second here. I got you, buddy. Let's see. All right, hang on a second.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. When I was at the gym today at Orange Theory, one of the women that I work out with afterwards asked me, she said something about how she was kind of anxious a little bit, today and everything. And I, because it's, in the evening, and I said, no, I said, all this build up to it. I said, it's like being in the military, that phrase, hurry up and wait. So it's like, you're all preparing up to it and all the talk and all the conjecture and all of this and all of that and all the bullshit. And so you kind of worked up on it. And then when the actual comes to the moment of like, okay, now we're doing it. Now it's happening.
Yeah.
So I sort of, like I say, I began actually it was a little after midnight. It was about 12:20. I sat on my cushion and meditated for a half hour last night. First 30-minute meditation I've done in too long.
Dude, I can't.
And then again today when I got home from the gym, you know.
I can't emphasize it enough. This morning when I woke up, I felt like I was going to Disneyland. You know, like I was just ready to do this.
It's like political. It's like that movie Fever Pitch, man. Except instead of being like whatever it was, season ticket day. They had the big board. He's giving out his season tickets. They had to come over and act stupid.
Yeah,
it's like but like spring training opening, man. For you, it's like election day.
Oh yeah, not just election. This election day, this one, right. It feels so weird, dude. Let me tell you.
Hey, hang on 1 second. We gotta do one thing before you go on. Okay, now Mitch is a serious dude, right? But you may have someone come on here that's just they're gonna be full of shit. Okay, so Donna, here's your deal. I see this X right here. Mm-hmm. Okay, Mitch made this. This is you'll figure it out. Okay, if someone like is full of shit, hit just what I just did, just right there. And it's funny because he said it sounded like a garbage can lid coming down. And I was like, dude, it sounds like 30 days in the hole, man. And then I got it sounds a little bit like that thing in Law and Order at the beginning, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you are in charge of the big red X. Okay. And so if someone's like basically we're like the Godfather now, right? Like I'm be the Godfather. She's sitting in the back, and I say she's the consigliere, man. She's like Robert Duvall.
Right. Consigliere.
That's right, consigliere, yeah. Because I need help because I can't even say it right because I'm from Florida. And God help us all. Go Gators. And but yeah, so basically, so someone comes in and they're seeking justice and they're giving me a line of shit, but I don't know because I can't even pronounce the word right. And she's going, what's that word again? Consigliere?
Consigliere.
Consigliere. Look, it's like you watch The Sopranos.
Yeah.
He's from Georgia. Don't listen to him, man. He don't know. No, consigliere. Then she's it, and she's gonna hit that X. We'll do it one more time just for fun. Dude, we don't got the clowny thing no more, huh?
No. Sorry.
Oh, I'm not on the pad. No wonder it didn't work. Oh, I'm gonna do my call. Yeah, I was gonna show it to Tay Tay because I was telling her about it, and that wasn't on there. I was gonna do it, but not live.
The clowny thing, yeah, man.
And I've got that on my gym playlist. And when I was leaving the gym, coming home today, it came. I was like, boom! There goes the boom. And I almost pulled over and cried, man, in my water bottle.
Because you got copyright strike.
Do you have a copy of that still, like on your computer?
Hang on a second, I'll check for you.
Because I need to have that. You need to like text that to me or something. I need to keep that for posterity's sake. Whatever. Mitch McConnell. Oh crap, man. Mitch McConnell's still in the Senate, people.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Sure, Tom Cotton. I'm worried about Tom Cotton being president in 4 years.
Yeah. No, I
even worse than Don Jr.
I'll have to see if I can find that.
Hey, homeboy looks like he's gonna invite you to a barbecue on a Satanist ranch or something.
What are y'all watching right now?
It's showing CNN. They were showing projections for some of the Senate races. But yeah, McConnell. They didn't show. I didn't see the vote amount, but or difference. But they projected that McConnell. So I don't know, man. If they're going to take the Senate, man. I don't even know if they're going to.
Cory Booker.
It's right now. Cory Booker's projected to win. So we got we didn't lose. No, that we. Oh boy, I'm trying to be nonpartisan, right? Like it's supposed to be the Bud Light drinkers and the Coors Light drinkers.
Looks like you got a guest, Gene. You got a guest, buddy.
I have a guest. Who is this?
Cousin Avi.
Hey, what's up, man?
Oh my goodness gracious! What is going on, Brian?
Oh, man, we got
How are we, sir?
Here we got the chart.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna take the thing off because we can't see him.
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead. Anybody wants to come on, just comment leave a comment, and I'll get you on the show.
Okay, let me find the thing here. There we go.
Yeah, turn that banner off.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn that banner off. Or actually, wait a minute here. Let's see if I take this off and put this on. It still hides it a little bit. So we'll just do that.
Leave the ticker.
Leave the ticker.
Yeah.
See, I'll see Mitch is a smart one, man.
Yeah. Anybody wants to support the show, please do so. We love bringing you this content. Yeah. Hey, Brian, what's going on, man? How's the weather?
I'm gonna have about another beer and I'll start bragging about the road trip.
Unseasonably warm.
Oh, is it? Yeah, it's actually, dude, it was blistering cold this
weekend.
In Michigan?
Are you in Michigan?
Yeah, just outside of Flint, Grand Blanc.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
When you guys see it on the map, you probably say Grand Blanc.
Grand Blanc.
All right.
But since it's Michigan, it's Grand Blanc.
Do you like
Yeah.
Tool? Do you like Tool?
They're okay. I like the wine better.
Ooh, yeah. Well, hey, fair enough. Fair
It's
enough.
sad bastard music, but I can deal with
So
it.
Biden has
Amen.
29 editorial.
You say Fat Bastard?
Sad.
Oh, because there's a beer. I'm not a beer, a wine called Fat Bastard.
Oh yeah.
And it's actually pretty good. I had a friend who's a world-class sommelier who told me it's actually very good. I said, what would you get that's a good wine if you're on my budget? And he said, seriously? He says, I buy Fat Bastard. And he gave me the whole history of the vineyard. And
Oh wow.
But a friend of mine who works with the Democratic Party here locally posted on Facebook yesterday, what wine should I have tomorrow night? What with it being election night and all? And I suggested Fat Bastard.
Awesome.
So hey, Gene, listen, man. I haven't told Brian anything at all about anything we did this summer. All right. Only thing I did was I sent him the trailer, like the 3-minute trailer that just sort of like explains. Well, it doesn't really explain it. Just sort of like previews.
Okay, Brian,
Elvis Burger.
I'll explain it to you, but this is going to require me to open a beer.
Sounds good.
Fair
right.
point. So hey, Brian, man, what's going? Are you teaching again? Are you teaching up there?
I'm in administration now.
Oh, no kidding. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm a basically an AP for a alternative charter school up here. It's called
That's
Flex
assistant
High.
principal, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
something like that. With our organization, it's called a learning center coordinator.
Okay.
Gotta be fancy, but yeah, I love it. It's awesome.
Yeah, man. I'm a librarian now.
That's awesome.
I love it.
That's a
Kind
perfect
of like
job.
it's the underdog of the intellectual world. Remember the old cartoons, the comic, the cartoon Underdog.
Underdog, yeah.
I mean that is a compliment because I love Underdog.
Yeah.
I still occasionally watch Underdog episodes on YouTube. I'd say, well, about every month or two. That and HR Puff and stuff. But yeah, Underdog. Like he's called Underdog for a reason. But yet Underdog, was it Simon Bar Sinister? Man, he constantly saved the world from Simon Bar Sinister.
That's right.
And librarians are doing that, except Simon Bar Sinister is like basically blatant ignorance.
I want to pull this chart down for a second so you can explain to Brian what is an Elvis burger.
Do you know what an Elvis burger is, Donna?
No.
Donna don't even know that. Donna got a whole podcast and don't even know what the Elvis burger is.
Okay. Here we
So-
go. You have a captive
Eugene,
audience.
before you start, where are you at?
I can't start yet. I haven't opened the beer.
Okay, but where are you located?
I'm in. We are what?
I recorded the news thing when y'all had the Elvis burger.
Oh yeah. Hey Mitch, before we get that, when we were on the Orlando like feel good news show that came on at midnight, whatever. What did I say about a month ago? Donna is the person who texted me out of the blue. I was talking with somebody online or something, and I forget who it was. And all of a sudden, like Donna just chimes in. I haven't even heard from her in months. That's my own fault because I never get out. And she just says, like, dude, you're on TV, man. I'm like, I just saw you on TV.
Yeah.
And they're like, that's it. That's the message, And I'm like, what the hell?
So that was on the Orlando station.
Yeah, Orlando.
Nice.
And so then when I was working on that project for the thing in the downtown square a few weeks ago, I was trying to get media coverage. Channel 6, like Channel 2 out of Orlando will cover Ocala stuff, depending on what it is. Channel 6 and especially Channel 9, they're like, nah, man, if it ain't in Orange County or Seminole, we don't want it. Or maybe Lake County. And but I called them anyways, man, trying to work that angle. Like, yeah, hey, man, like I was on your news the other day. Yeah, who are you? The guy that was on your news the other day, man. Don't you watch your own news?
Elvis burger dude.
Yeah, I'm the Elvis burger dude, man. Oh, how about it just came on its own? How did that happen?
I did it.
Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, see, thank you. Yeah, I'm from Ocala, Florida. Actually, I was born in Germany. But, yeah, Donna and I are in a shelter. We're about 25 feet beneath the earth in Ocala, Florida. We're in a bunker constructed inside of a karst limestone cavern underneath a horse farm southwest of the mall. No, actually, we're on the second floor of an apartment building, but we're near the mall.
Hey, Gene, did you ever listen to pirate radio out of Panama City?
Yeah,
Remember pirate radio?
I remember that.
Back in like Brian, were you in Bainbridge in the early 90s?
The very early 90s.
Okay, so I think
I
it would have
left
been
in the
about
summer of 91.
okay, well then you wouldn't have been around then. This was like 94, 93, 94, somewhere in that neighborhood. And there were a couple of guys in Panama City, got them a little like a little ham radio or something, right? Basically like this. I mean, it was basically like what we're doing here. And they would like ride around in their pickup truck in Panama City, Florida, and play music. They would just play whatever, Alice in Chains or, Pearl Jam or whatever, was whatever they wanted to play.
All right.
Yeah, yeah. And but every day these guys would come on and they'd be like, all right, today we're broadcasting from the belly of a giant purple dinosaur in Panama City. And they'd be on one of those mini golf courses, like hiding out in the and as soon as somebody found them, they would just hop in their truck and drive off somewhere else, And man, it was so good that I want to say that Clear Channel Communications picked them up and like gave them a show, And like I was in college, I was down at Bainbridge College, listening to the pirate radio guys and they were really good, man. I don't know what made me think of that.
Okay, so yesterday, last night, someone posted on Facebook that going into last night. About the time I was sitting on my cushion meditating, she felt like it was the pause right before the Battle of Helm's Deep. And so with that kind of framework, a mentality or whatever, to go into this story, I've cracked open the beer and had a sip. So now, Brian, I'm going to tell you about the Elvis Burger trip. This is my 30-second elevator speech told to a 16-ounce beer.
Let's go, Helm Hammerhand.
All right, so what happened was I got like an ex-girlfriend. I guess we were boyfriend, girlfriend, but now we're just roommates, which is cool, named Doris. And Doris is a hospital administrator now. She's actually a nurse, but she's worked up as a hospital administrator, has a very important job. And she's an at-home worker now. And she's been an at-home worker all through COVID since March. And basically, I've been living in my bedroom because I just get in the way. And that's nothing against her. She needs more quiet, And I'm kind of in my room, and I'm losing my freaking mind. Because this other friend of mine, as a gesture of goodwill, got me a $50 gift certificate from ABC Liquor around the end of March. And then not knowing who I am the way I am, she thinks I'm going to buy something nice. Hell no, man. I could get like a half gallon of ABC rum for like $6.99 or $12. I forget what it was, some ridiculous price. And then I'd go over to Publix and buy like a gallon of Tampico and just go home and consume. And anyways, so then one day in the process of all this, Mitch says to me, texts me, and he says, hey, man, I'm sending you this gift in the mail, and I don't want you to open it unless you're on Facebook Live. It's got to be live broadcast. I'm like, okay. And even wrote it on the box. By the way, I still have that box, Mitch.
Cool beans, yeah.
Yeah, so he had written on it, like, don't forget, turn on the camera. And so anyways, it was a like a, little sort of tripod thing, rickety old tripod thing for putting a phone in and like filming stuff. So we filmed it. Anyways, so the long and short is a friend of mine's dad died. Guy did a wedding for him in April, and his dad died a month later. And he says, hey, it's the end of May 28th to be exact. He says, yeah, could you give me a ride up to Kentucky for the funeral because I don't want to fly? And I'm like, hey, man, you got the gas money. It sounds cool. So Doris is like, yeah, you can get out of the house. So we had dinner that night, and afterwards I checked my text. He comes back and says, hey, my cousin's going to take me. You don't got to go. So I come back to her, and I said, hey, Doris, man, I don't got to take him to the funeral. She's like, oh, that's terrible. You could have left the house. So then she's like, why don't you just take a trip anyhow? And I'm like, where to? She's like, I don't care. And I'm like, okay. So I get a hold of Mitch, who's good for quests, and I said, so Mitch, man, I'm going to be on the road he says, how long? I said, I don't know, 5 days, a week, maybe a week and a half. He's like, did she throw you out of the house? Are you homeless? I'm like, no, but I'm on furlough. So what happened is he tells me to leave here in Florida, where I'm at, Central Florida. And he says, you need to go to Natural Bridge, Virginia, to this little diner there called the Pink Cadillac Cafe and order an Elvis burger. And I'm like, okay, sounds cool. So I go, it takes a few days to get up there. And I get up there and the damn place was closed for like a week. So I decided to go on it. He said, so what are you going to do? I said, well, I guess my quest begins now because I'm lost in the middle of nowhere. And so I came up to Pennsylvania to find out what the hell he sent me on the quest for. But then I went to Maine and Rhode Island because I'd never been there. So I went up to Maine to Kennebunkport, and by 9:30 a.m. I was on the beach at Kennebunkport, like where the bushes hang out, just down the road, drunk as shit, man, on some rum, some ABC rum and a couple Cokes, playing my drum and spouting off some kind of bullshit philosophy stuff on the beach.
Hey, and the best part, Brian, is he filmed it. He filmed all of this.
Yes, it's all filmed, right? And so then come back down through Woodstock, and I went to Gettysburg and made some more videos and this, that, and the other. And anyways, so I ended up somewhere around Gettysburg, and my buddy Turk, my old Army buddy, my old battle buddy from 30-something years ago, we became friends a few years ago on Facebook, finally found each other. He's checking in with me every night, like, dude, you in your right mind? You in your righteous mind? You okay? How's your head? You know, and I'm like, how's your head, dude? You're the crazy one. And anyway, so I get this message one night, kind of like, basically it was, so hey, while you're out and about the U.S., can you come out to Portland, Oregon and see your old homeboy? I'm like, I'd like to. I said, I don't have the money to get home. So Mitch says, let's finance the trip, dude. We'll just keep making videos. You travel around, do crazy shit, hang out with your friends, stay with people, interview them, do whatever. And we'll just get people to send in money on like Venmo and PayPal and whatever. And I was like, that's the biggest bunch of bullshit. It worked, dude. I got a buddy, Jimmy Stewart, not the actor. He's dead. This guy, James Stewart, he went to high school. He gave me like $500, dude.
Yeah.
He's got a good business. He makes good money. I'm going to tell you about Jimmy Stewart. Jimmy was a really great guy in high school. He was one of the friendliest guys I've ever known in my life then, and he still is. And he's like me. He likes to hike and do stuff, you know. And he's like, hey, this sounds like a good road trip. So we went out. I filmed like bison in like Grand Teton Park, and got face to face with a bear. None of that's film. I get my word on that one. But like the last thing I was thinking right then was popping a flash on a bear's face in the Sierra Nevada. But saw a bear and oh crap, man! I went to the autonomous zone up in Seattle. I was up there in the middle of that filming, yeah, and 4 or 5 like different BLM, whether it's protests or observations, memorials, whatever. Like some were like more quiet, like on a college campus, and some were a little more active, like say in St. Louis. And then me and this guy Warren Tidwell. I don't know if you know Warren. Maybe you know Warren.
No, I don't think he's met.
Oh, he needs to know Warren definitely. We took a little trip. We went to I kind of come down through the South after spending a week in little town on the Mississippi River with a longtime friend of mine. And then so we come down through Jackson, Mississippi. I met the youngest freedom rider that was arrested at the Civil Rights Museum there. It was kind of funny. I didn't know he was him. Like he's just this old guy, man, working at the museum, right? Like, the guy you go ask questions like, where's the men's room? I don't know. You know what I mean? They're just that person who like volunteers, right? No disrespect to him, but I mean, he was that, there's always that person there that you can go up to and ask questions, whether they're mundane like that, or there's something about, I have a question about this guy,
right, Mitch?
I mean, he's a consigliere.
He's a consigliere. Right. He's the consigliere of the museum. Anyway, so I was filming in the museum and I wanted to be sure I could. So I went up to him and I said, like, I'm kind of making this documentary. So, I mean, is it okay if I film in here? Because some places it's okay. And I think like at the Lorraine Motel, I went there in 2009. I don't think you can film or take photos there. I'm not sure. Inside the exhibits. I could be wrong. But so I checked and he's like, oh yeah, it's totally cool, man. It's great what you're doing, man. Go for it. And I got his name. And so then I go in and the wing I walked into then was basically the Freedom Riders. And they had pictures of all the mug shots of all the Freedom Riders arrested in the whole movement, not just in Mississippi. Although he was arrested in Mississippi. And then had their names and whatever. And so I'm looking through it and like the dude was there, like, right? And so I walked back out and I got him on camera. I'm like, dude, you're not just like in the museum. You're like in the museum. And he's like, yeah, and I want to say Hezekiah Walker. And Hezekiah.
Yeah, that seems right.
Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah, and so then the next day, actually a couple days later, I'm in Selma with Warren, and we went on.
Well, hold on a
Everett
second.
Bridge.
Hold on. You were first at Medgar Evers' house, and I
Well,
remember
yeah, that day in Jackson. Yeah, after
you,
staying with
but
you.
that was the day. That was the day that I messaged you, and I said, "Dude, John Lewis just died."
Oh,
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
I think when you sent me that message, I was because if you've ever been to Medgar Evers' house, it's just like in this neighborhood.
Mhm.
It's just in a neighborhood, you know. It's not like it's some big memorial. It's memorialized, but it's still like you can picture someone living there. It's just like in the neighborhood, like somebody lives across the street and somebody lives next door, and you know what I mean. And I think if I remember right, I was at the house. I was taking some pictures, you know, the front yard, the carport, whatever, blah blah blah. And I just walked back out to my car there on the street to get in and leave. I said like maybe 10, 15 minutes. I think you sent me that message just as I was leaving his house. I think.
Yeah, that seems right.
Yeah. So yeah, it was really weird. I forgot about that. Yeah. And so then I went to Laurel, and I have I seen the updated map? Oh, we're here. There, yeah. 131 Biden, 92 Trump. Yeah. We've been kind of watching here some. Basically, see, this is what we talk about. You know, Mitch was talking to me down the phone about how really Rucksack Revolution is a community, right?
I love that
In a
name, by
sense.
the way. I'm a Marine.
Yeah, that's from
Our
Jack
Army
Kerouac.
right here, man. Yeah, it's from
Yeah, I
Jack
love the
Kerouac, Dharma
Rucksack
Bums.
Revolution name. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's from Jack Kerouac, the Dharma Bums. Actually, Gary Snyder, the poet, was the character in the book is Jaffrey Ryder, but it's actually Gary Snyder, the Western Zen poet. That he said one day there'd be like this is back in like the 50s, you know, 1950s.
Oh, yeah,
It says
for sure.
gonna be a Rucksack Revolution. Crazy students are gonna like throw down their, I don't know, books and pick up rucksacks and hitchhike and travel all over the U.S. and climb mountains and go places. And it's something like make young girls laugh and old men happy and something blah, blah, blah. And I just always, I was kind of like that, you know.
I told you, Brian. I told you this is your people here. This is your tribe.
And like I said, so I took a little road trip this summer, but it was something like 66 days, 17,000 plus miles, one bear, some buffalo, about 5 or 6
I want to interrupt
protests
here.
and demonstrations.
John Lewis died. 2 days later, Gene and Warren walked the Pettus Bridge. 2 days after that, they brought John Lewis's body across the bridge.
Yeah. And that night when we were in Selma, we were there during the day, like around lunchtime. And then we drove to Montgomery, the route of the Selma-Montgomery Voting Rights March, and stopped at Viola. Because like Warren knows this area. He lives in Auburn. So it's kind of like being with this like tour guide almost, you know, except he wasn't the tour guide because like we had a guy in Selma. I cannot remember this guy's name. It's on the video. Even though some of it didn't come through well because of just kind of wind noise and whatever. But this guy, like he was 13 on Bloody Sunday, and his uncle, I think it was, actually marched on Bloody Sunday. And he wanted to go, but his uncle said, like, basically, you're 13, you're not old enough. You know, you're a couple years older, but you're not. So, but he was telling us before we walked on the bridge, he basically sat there near the foot of the bridge downtown, and he basically told us the story of Selma, like, 20 minutes, something like that, you know? So it wasn't just hey, let's go walk across the bridge. I mean, you know, we actually, so we went to Montgomery, and there was like a memorial service basically outdoors. It was right by where Rosa Parks was actually arrested, you know, for not wanting to move on the bus. And it was for C.T. Vivian, Reverend Vivian, and for John Lewis. And
they died the same day.
Right, yeah. So we were kind of running around Montgomery. He's showing me stuff. We were up at the state capitol. We went by Dexter Avenue Baptist. We went by the lynching museum. We couldn't go in. It was closed because of COVID, but it's sort of a quasi-outdoor space. I mean, you can see it without going in it. I'm sure going in it and going amongst it, you don't really go in that museum. You go amongst that museum, I think is a better way to put it. That obviously would be more powerful. But we were like right there outside, and you could see it plainly. It wasn't just like we're just looking at a building like, oh, and inside these walls, I mean, you could actually see the memorial. So we did that. We went to the Freedom Rider Museum, and it poured down rain then. And then the next day, I was actually up in Birmingham, downtown, and got a tour all through there by someone who had been a high school student in 1963. and went to 16th Street Baptist, which I didn't
Wasn't that
realize
guy-
it's right downtown. I didn't know it was right downtown.
Wasn't that guy actually? Didn't he go to that church with the 4 little girls?
No, I don't think he went there. I asked him.
Did he go to school with them?
Went to school with him, or
Okay.
like he's a little older than them, maybe by a couple years. But no,
Hey,
he
breaking news, guys,
so
big
he
shocker.
knew
Donald
people
Trump
who knew
wins
them.
Alabama. Sorry to break your heart.
Oh Lord, yeah, I'm looking at that. Yeah,
Oh, I just got an update that Texas is in a dead heat.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
Yep.
well, I feel bad. Florida went Trump, dude. I live behind enemy lines, man.
I don't
hate
think
to
it's
say
gonna
that
matter.
about my fellow
Ohio
Americans.
looks great. North Carolina looks great.
Wait, is
Good.
Florida? Have they called Florida?
No, but it's he's up
Anything but
by,
they,
he's up by a couple of
they should have.
100,000 votes. In Florida, that might as well be 1 million.
Yeah. What was it? 537 was the decider between.
Oh man, what she having
Gore
now?
and
Wait a
Bush.
minute. Oh,
Yeah,
we're gonna catch up on Scarlett. She had 190. She's the one, like, she's talking on Facebook like, I don't want to watch any of this. It's not good for my head. And she's the one actually keeping count while we're just blabbing about stuff.
Mhm.
Scarlett, man, don't be sorry. You're carrying through, man. You're soldiering, girl.
okay, 82% in North Carolina, 50.1 to 48.7.
Well, I'm really
Bye.
hoping I'm tangentially involved with the poor people's movement. I don't want to overplay my role because it's not much. I could be doing more down here for sure. But yeah, what with Reverend Barber and the poor people's movement, and I'm gonna give a couple shout outs to some people I know. Steve Knight, you probably ain't watching this because I got 5,000 friends and it only says I'm getting 6 views right now, not counting the people on the video. But Steve, somehow I'm putting my vibe. I'm manifesting the universe to you, my brother. Where's my hand? There we go. Say Jesus. Yeah, I'm manifesting the universal spirit of Jesus on you, Steve. Steve works with Reverend Barber, and he's just going through some challenges right now. That's all. He's all right, man. He's an okay guy, and he's just going through some stuff. And I just want to say, hey, brother. And but he's one of those people that's voting blue in North Carolina, and probably encouraging a lot of other people to do so too. And Scarlett, now I'm actually noticing Scarlett over here because. All right, here we go. Yeah. See, even that's. Are you drunk? Scarlett just entered the food service industry, and I can say, as someone who was in it for a long time, welcome aboard. There's no such thing as working sick because kitchen people and restaurant people don't get sick. That's something afforded to wealthy people. If you work in the business, you just don't get sick. I can tell you some stories. I can tell you stories about throwing up in pickle buckets, cooking on the line at the 4th busiest Outback in the United States in 1996. And I would not be telling a lie, but I'm neither going to confirm nor deny those rumors at this time because they might sue me and cut off my beer fund.
So Brian, I'm gonna finish out this the story because Gene just takes a lot of dirt roads, you know.
What are you talking about? The burger?
Yeah.
I made it all the way to Birmingham, bitch.
Hey, hold on, dude. when Gene got to Birmingham, he called me and he's like, "Hey, man, the trip's wrapping up. You know, I've got to head back to Florida. How do we end this thing? You know, this grand story. You know." And I said, "Well, dude, there's only one way to end it. You gotta go back to the diner and get the burger." And he's like,
and we did.
Let's do that. But here's the thing. He drives up to the diner and he says, he leaves, I guess we leave Birmingham.
This is the story about the news story you saw, Donna.
Yeah. So he leaves heading towards the diner. And then he's like, I'm going to stay at this little motel there right next to the place. And
$50, man, including tax. Not bad.
He was like,
it's the kind of place there might be a body under the bed, except they've got boards around the bed, so you can't put a body under there.
It's the motel that Llewellyn Moss died in.
Llewellyn.
So anyway, Gene drives up there and calls me and he says like, "Hey man, can you meet me down here?" And I was like, "I don't know, dude. The kids and work and Heather and everything, you know." And I looked at Heather and Heather said, "Why not? It's not like we're going to survive this year anyway. Might as well go have some fun." And
Helm's deep, buddy.
And I said, "I'll see you there, Gene." So I get up the next morning and I'm going down. It's like 4-hour drive for me. I'm going down. And we get to...
I just want to interrupt here and say that when you said that, I felt for you as a domestic citizen, that after all the driving I'd been doing, that sounded mighty weak.
Well, no, I mean, you got to get up early to make it to lunch. But I'm driving down, and I go pick up Gene and everything, and then we checked and noticed that the diner was not open. They said they were opening for lunch. There's a couple of cars parked out front or whatever, and there's also a news crew that's parked out there. And so we pulled in, and I was like, something's going on here, Gene. And turns out on their Facebook page, the guy the day before, the owner of the joint, had made a post on Facebook that due to stress from the pandemic, he was going to have to close the.
You can't hear him talking, can you? Oh, crap.
No, that's all right. She's going to get my earbuds.
Oh, okay. Donna hasn't been able to hear the whole conversation because I've had my earplugs in this whole time.
Oh, okay.
And here's the funny part. She's probably made more sense with what she's had to say than anything I've said.
What's that, dude?
But she's bringing her earbuds now, so we're actually going to get halfway professional here in just a minute. I'm sorry, man. You should have hit me in the head or something, man, all this time.
About Chucky all night and Freddy.
We didn't even talk about Chucky.
I
But that's
thought it was
fine.
the
Whenever.
black box right on top. That must be in my bag, and that sounds good.
What is that an Android or is that an iPhone?
Andrew.
Oh. Yeah, she's been catching half the conversation the whole show, man. For like almost an hour now.
Where was I? Hang on a second. Anyway, there was a post on the restaurant's Facebook page that said that they were the guy was going to be closing the joint, right? And
Like for good.
like he was done. Like he was
done.
Yeah, he had 25 employees.
Don't worry about it.
He had 25 employees, and he had to lay off like 23 of them, right? And so we pulled into the parking lot of this joint, right? And there's a news crew setting up like the camera. They're about to do a story.
I didn't think of that.
And I said, watch this, Gene. So I get out of the car. Gene gets out of the car, and I yell at the camera guy, and I said, hey, buddy, I don't know what story you're about to do, but I got a way better one. And I just shoved Gene in front of the camera, and he just
That's a dangerous thing to do, man. I'd had like a couple of monsters.
So
the road 2 months.
Can I pause the story right here and show Brian the clip? Can I show him the clip?
Yeah, hang on. First, we got a comment from Scarlett.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. There's an election going on. Biden is leading Pennsylvania, New Hampshire, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And Ohio.
Thank you, Scarlett.
Ohio's tightening up, though.
Yeah, I imagine that it will. There'll be a late red push.
So is this the actual news clip?
Yeah, this is it from Taj. This is all right. So, Brian, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Here it goes. Oh, great. We got to watch a 13-second ad. That's great.
I hear no sound.
I'm muting the ad. I muted it.
Oh,
Come on. We grew up in the days of antenna TV.
Veterans, man. We're vets,
We're amateurs on this stuff.
See how many votes are here 4 years ago. 13. There's about a 1,000 vote difference there, a little more than that, a little less than that. 4 years ago. So you're looking to see what's missing in these counties.
Am I supposed to be able to hear this, Mitch?
Oh, can you not?
I don't hear anything.
Okay, hold on a second.
I'm not hearing nothing. That's me, though.
Hey, I know that guy.
When my hat went on backwards, that's when I was on the road. It went from forward
that,
to back.
dude.
I haven't changed hats. This is my Moab hat. I had a Florida Trail hat until I got to Moab, and then I made the judicious decision to change hats. And actually, later on in New Mexico, or before, after Utah, I received a nice Stetson that I wear for special occasions now.
All right.
Hold on a second. I'm going to try to figure out how to get this sound on
That's
here.
Bennett.
See if this works. Oh, don't start, Brian. Don't start. Not today.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine this weekend. We're going to kick the shit out of Gators.
What?
Yep.
I just wanted to play this video, and now it's turned into a.
That's actually the pose I usually have when the tech's not working right, and I have to stand there and wait.
Can't figure out how to do it. Oh, look at that.
What? Will this work in your thing? Oh.
Got a different.
Okay, so gotta be careful. We could get feedback, but I think we'll be okay. But you're listening to that now, right?
Could y'all hear that?
There you go. You're good. Do what now?
Never mind. I can't. For
No.
some reason,
We're getting Donna hasn't been able to hear the whole show, man, because I forgot I had the headphones on, so the speakers weren't working on the computer, so she wasn't hearing anything y'all been saying.
Right, I understand.
And everything she's been saying though has made sense. So like the show's kind of like she's better than I am. But now she's got my headphones in her phone, so she's actually watching the live stream on her phone while she's on camera on the live stream. It's like a closed loop thing is going on here. We're going to create a small black hole that's going to suck up the entire universe, man, by the end of the election right here. This little closed loop of she's on the show watching the show, basically.
It's like stealing fizzy lifting drinks.
Exactly.
So there is a I just posted it.
Rucksack Revolution has a comment.
I just posted. That's the link to the to the thing I was trying to play.
For the news story.
Yeah, I'm going to send it to Brian here.
I was waiting to like pull it up and say something like "Follow the White Rabbit."
Oh man.
Yeah.
So it's just
Yeah, so we were like on TV. Yeah, so I just said, dude, I just drove 17,000 miles to have this damn burger, man. It's my second try. It's
Yeah.
2 nights at hotels. Anyway, so the guy made us burgers, and we were on the news, and he ended up deciding to save the restaurant because of it.
Yeah.
And we'd like to get him on diners, drives, and drive-throughs, whatever, with Guy.
Diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Whatever his name is.
Yeah, Guy Fieri.
Yeah, Guy
So the
Fieri.
movie will be like all because of Winn Dixie, except for it'll be all because of Mitch Allday.
Right.
Something like that.
Right, sure.
Y'all watch out. Mitch is actually drinking wine tonight.
Mm.
I have not seen Mitch drink since graduation weekend.
The day we got red and blue Four Locos or whatever that was.
Ooh, don't talk about it.
No, for loco, no.
What were we do? What was the occasion, Brian?
I think it was right. Your dad had just passed recently.
I'm about to have a terrific case of the munchies.
I think it was something like that.
Yep, that was. I remember. Yep, that was when Heather was pregnant, right? She was pregnant with Josie.
Yeah, she was out of town though. She was somewhere else.
Right there. Oh. No, man. Don't.
Yeah, we did pretty good that night.
Mm-hmm.
That was a trivia night, by the way.
God, yes.
Yeah.
Free trivia.
You want some?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Gene, I'm gonna step away from the broadcast for just a second, but I'm coming right back. All right.
Good, because you're the only one putting up stuff about the election. We're going to have a Tostitos commercial over here in about a minute, man. We're going to have some Tostitos up in here.
Well, talk to Brian about Flint and water quality.
Yeah, Flint, where the
yeah.
water sucks, right? Do you have that problem where you're at? It's the whole county?
No. We do have the school system that I work for. We have schools that have a problem with it. I have to have filtered water. We have some of our students actually. She was actually in People magazine this past week, working at a community-run water testing lab. It's in an old converted elementary school up on the north end of Flint, which is the north end of Flint is kind of the most economically depressed.
I just can't believe that this situation has been going on for like years now.
Oh yeah, a lot.
It's
You're
like,
starting to see
it's
the
a
lawsuit
news thing
commercials,
and then it's forgotten.
Right, exactly. But yeah, there's a lot of kids that were affected. They're starting to get school age now. Second, third grade, and you're starting to see some of those problems manifest in an educational setting. So it's definitely not over.
Problems manifest in the educational settings, such as
like health problems among the kids, behavior problems, learning disabilities, learning deficits that will never be made up.
In the water and that kind of
thing? From lead poisoning.
Oh wow.
Yeah, from lead poisoning. And it was simple fixes that that would have cost very little money that they tried to save. If they had put in just one little additive when they switched water sources, it would have kept the lead from seeping in.
So now, when this was kind of really hit the news a few years back, Whitmer wasn't governor then. And
a guy named Rick Schneider.
She seems to be like the poster child for Democratic politics lately in a lot of respects. And
good looking chick.
But
You know,
kind of good looking, isn't she, for a governor?
Yeah. You got to look up some of her younger pictures.
What must be up? They tried to kidnap
But
her.
Oh yeah, they tried. The Michigan militia folks tried to get her.
About this?
About what?
The
water
Flint thing, yeah. She is an attractive governor. I'll just say that. But
Oh yeah.
by the way, if you want to come on the show and get upset with me for saying that Governor Whitmer is attractive, all you got to do is put that StreamYard.com, PG, PGM, whatever. Meantime, we're gonna have Tostitos.
I just got done with mine. Michigan needs to jump up here. Well, only 28% of Wayne County, that's Detroit, is in. But Michigan looks upside down to me right now.
Michigan looks upside down.
Yeah,
Are you in orbit? Are you on the ISS or?
We're
looking at North Carolina right here on CNN.
Yeah, North Carolina looks pretty good, but
they're tied up right here. 49.
Michigan, Detroit needs to get their votes counted. It looks like.
I guess so.
So does Flint, apparently. Northern Virginia needs to count their votes. What is it with cities and counting votes?
More people, I guess.
You think?
You know, a lot of places
We've got more people counting them too, though.
Yeah, but a lot of places they slowed it down, like Harris County, Houston, right?
Oh yeah,
like where you can drop off your ballots and they close polling. You know, voter repression, man. Closing down polling places.
Yeah, they had tents up for drive-through, and the Trump and them wanted to say that that wasn't good.
Yeah, we got a good win on that one.
Mm-hmm.
So they get to count those 127,000 votes or whatever.
Right.
There we go. Kakalaki tied up. Dang. Ohio.
He's the rich man's president.
This is disappointing.
Flagstaff's blue, Coconino County.
That's beautiful out there.
Mm-hmm.
Bunch of hippies in Flagstaff?
Oh, yeah, man. A bunch of hippies in Flagstaff.
Did you meet any indigenous people?
Yup. Oh, yeah.
Did you try fry bread?
Mm-hmm.
We got fry bread up here.
Yeah?
Yeah, my ex-wife is a native.
Congrats.
Second to Chippewa.
All right now.
Yeah.
My mother's Shinnecock. That's the Indians in the East Hamptons of Long Island.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Shinnecock crowd.
I thought I picked up a Shinnecock accent.
Yeah, my grandmother was blackballed from the reservation because she fell in love with a black man.
Yeah,
my grandfather.
I think Trump's gonna win Florida.
They ended up in Brooklyn.
Oh, Brooklyn's great.
I might have
at least it was.
Like about 4 Whoppers. That's why I gained some weight during COVID and I'm working out.
Like I didn't hear you. What you say?
I said Brooklyn's great, or at least it was.
Oh, it's getting better.
It's all gentrified up there.
There's no more hoods. Everything is gentrified.
Yeah, Marcy Project's gone.
I'm Farragut Projects right by the Navy Yard. By Fort Greene. That's where I grew up. Farragut Projects. Santa Gold Street.
I only hang out with the finest people. Right here.
They are the finest people.
And in
Bainbridge, Georgia, I grew up in between 2 of the largest housing projects.
Yep.
I grew up between Hutto McIver Homes and the Miles Gibbs Homes. Is what they call them.
All right, so you a homeboy.
Oh, yeah.
How'd you end up in Michigan?
I married a mean old ugly woman.
Huh?
I married a mean old ugly woman. Don't ever do that.
She trapped you into staying, huh?
Uh-huh. I actually had her live down in Georgia for a year, but
wow.
Yeah, my oldest daughter, who just got married in July, was born in Valdosta, actually.
Oh, wow. So we need to be interviewing you and your wife.
Ex-wife. Took the spirit right out of me.
We're dead.
We're dead.
we lost our queso.
Oh, no more? No more?
I always want more queso.
Where's
Queso.
Mitch?
That could be one of my food groups. Cheesecake, burritos.
You gotta be kidding me.
Queso.
We're not gonna know anything tonight, guys.
Nope.
Hey, I was just hoping
Remember,
that we
they're still
could get
counting
I was just hoping that we could
on
get
the West-
Pennsylvania
on
result.
the West Coast.
Well, it just came down to a tie. Oh, Lord.
Maricopa County. What movie you know that from, Mitch?
That's Phoenix, right?
Well,
that
yeah,
Raising-
it's also,
Raising
it's also
Arizona?
the southwestern half or part, almost a quarter of Arizona.
That's the Raising Arizona, right?
Raising Arizona.
Yeah, Phoenix.
My finance left me.
I used to live in Pinal County, just south of it. Out in the middle of nowhere, like Gila Bend.
I've spent some time outside Yuma.
Oh boy, that's down there.
Yeah, we were at a place called Site J. It was like 50 miles from the nearest mailbox.
Man, we just mowed through those Tostitos. Time for a beverage.
Hey, Gene,
Yeah,
I heard from Michael Thomas earlier today.
Michael Thomas, yes.
He said he was wondering how long you were going to be on. I said I have no idea. I think he's just going to go, you know. And he said, well, he was thinking about waking up early in the morning in Berlin, and if you're still on, he's going to climb on with you a little later on.
What time would that be here? I never, I lived in Berlin growing up. I was in the service. I
hours?
have to figure out my hours to Europe on the phone.
I think he's 6 hours ahead. So for him right now, it's about 4 a.m. And I think he's going to get
yeah,
up. In
it's 5 hours during daylight savings time. So I don't know, man. We'll see.
Yeah, if he's only 5 hours, then it'd be about
Let's
3.
set up on the outside porch, man. It's like smoke freaking bowls.
Jay want to hit the bowl.
Oh yeah, huh? Can you hold down the fort?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all y'all. There's right now we have more people on the show than actually watching it, but that's okay.
Well, I'm about to
We
fix
actually have
that.
more screens open on the show,
My melatonin's
People
kicking
watching.
in.
but for you two people out there watching it, I'm getting ready to take a quick break to the porch. And Donna Kane here. Now, you understand when I say Donna Kane, she's like, what? Like, I don't know. You know how, like, in the South, there's those, like, two first names, like Betty Lou or something, right? Okay, well, Donna, for me, it's like her whole name is her name.
Yeah.
It's Donna Kane. And I know other people do this too, right? Yeah. Like, I had dudes come over, man. I had this dude call me up one time, like, yo, you know what Donna Kane is? And I did not know, but I felt like I should have, man, the way he asked. I was like, dang, man, I wish I could help you, brother. But he's like, yeah, so it's Donna Kane right here. And so this show, for at least temporarily, while it's been known as Rucksack Revolution, just became the Donna Kane show, man, because that's how it is. That's how it's going to be. So y'all just talk with Donna, and I'm going to put her right there.
Yeah.
And so now y'all going to receive the wisdom. All you two people watching this, tell the rest of the world, tell the rest of America. Donna Kane about to get up, preach in this place, about to have church up in here. And about to have church up in here. And anyways, and I'm going to come back and we'll finish this thing out, man. Have a good old time. But so Donna, make sure, and as I said, Donna, like right here it is. All you got to hit this little thing here, right? I see it's right there, bottom right, and then you get the. There it is. I love this thing. And if you see a little dot come up here, then you click that. I'm telling her how to do stuff. I don't even know how to do it right. But yeah, so then down here you have like whatever, and if you click on the comment, like Scarlett's last thing, which is like, I don't know, Gene's full of shit or something.
Hey, what happened to Sarah McBride?
Oh, y'all hear about Sarah McBride?
No, what happened with Sarah McBride?
Anyways, you got it from here, man.
What happened?
Scarlett?
Is that the third-party candidates are not getting the vote.
Welcome to the Donna
Scarlett, you there?
Hey.
Who is Sarah?
Oh, so Donna, I heard that you were a DJ.
Yes.
Okay, what do you do?
Well, I play eclectic music. I have a Pioneer. What do you call that? Yeah, I got the. I have the Pioneer.
She's lying. She
DJ.
hangs out with Dr. Dre on the weekend, man. She doesn't want to tell nobody that.
And I have right now my setup is in the room. Otherwise, I would show it to you, but everything's wrecked because I was trying to get my music in order and stuff on this laptop too. But I play everything. If I don't have it, I buy it.
Right on. Yeah.
You know, I was playing down at the Moose, my Moose Club, and it was 70s night, and I'm playing all the genres of 70s music. With these folks, if it ain't country, they ain't happy.
Oh, it's like on the Blues Brothers when they say they have both kinds of music, country and western.
Country and western.
So I had some country, then I had to get somebody to go around and ask, well, what do these people want to hear? Because, you know, they don't like the new country. They want the old country. And then the new kids come in there. They want to hear, you know, the new country with Kane Brown and all that. So I just made sure I had all that shit in there.
Right on. No, Gene was right though about Scarlett. Scarlett can she can make you a logo, man. Oh,
What happened?
Sarah McBride. She's the first trans person to be a senator.
Oh, that's what she was saying. She became a senator. She won?
Yeah, so here it is. Here it is right here. Yep. Sarah McBride.
Oh, wow.
Yep. How about that?
All right, 2020.
Good job, Delaware.
2021 is coming in with a bang.
Yep.
Oh no. I'm happy for her.
I haven't looked at 538 recently.
Yeah, this doesn't. I'm not encouraged.
You're not encouraged?
No.
All right, let me go back over here for a second.
We got some counting to do, but man, oh man. Yeah, Trump pushing it up in Ohio.
Well, now, so the scuttlebutt around the library today was you can expect a late red push. There's going to be an early blue wave and then a late red push, and then a late blue push again.
Yeah, hopefully that's the case.
And so that late blue push is going to come from the cities, right? As the cities start to tabulate their votes, because like I said, there's just more people, and you don't always have you do have more workers, but you don't have enough to
right.
So there'll be a late push. Now this lady that I was talking to earlier, I said to her, I said, you know, we weren't living in Pennsylvania yet in 2016. We moved up here in 17.
Mm-hmm.
And, so I asked her, I said, what, you know, how late was it when Pennsylvania got called? And she said, oh, I remember exactly. It was 2:08 a.m. Oh yeah. Wow. You got to the minute, right? She goes, yeah. And she said, the thing about Pennsylvania is that if it gets called early, it's Democrat.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, don't bite your fingernails till midnight.
Right.
And once it hits midnight, if there's not anything clear, she said, then you can start to worry a little bit.
Right.
But according to 538, they're still saying that it's like an 89 to 10.
Now, are they updating that throughout the night?
They haven't updated the forecast since 4 p.m. Eastern.
What are you watching?
I'm watching CNN.
I got NBC pulled up and 538 right now.
Right. I got CNN.
Okay. The now on 538 they're updating like the locals, but the national overview is still the same as it was as of 4 p.m.
Okay.
Hey, Lowndes County's going blue, if that means anything to you.
Oh, Valdosta, Georgia.
Valdosta.
Yeah. That's actually not that surprising to me, Brian.
Well, yeah, it's different than last time for sure.
Yeah. I'll tell you, man, just Gene asked me
Yeah,
earlier.
there's only 28% of Wayne County in right now in Detroit.
That's Detroit.
You know what's the kicker? A lot of young people, first timers voting. We don't know which way they're going. And then the felons, they got their rights to be able to vote. So they can't.
They don't have any Genesee County in Michigan, none. Which is Genesee County is the third largest county in the state, which is where I live.
That's Flint.
It's all red.
Yeah, that's Flint. They don't have any. Yeah, they don't have that. That's gray. It's still gray. They're not reporting anything yet.
That's the same thing with my county here, Marion County.
I mean, that's a butt ton of votes right there.
You guys follow David Hogg and Emma Gonzalez on Twitter?
No.
The kids from Parkland.
I'm not on Twitter much. I really didn't get the hang of that.
Yeah, I don't love Twitter.
They're excellent.
Twitter's like the worst thing about like the internet. It's like all the worst things about social media all in one spot.
160 characters or whatever.
And too many people put too much weight on the Twitterverse.
Well, I saw that David Hogg had tweeted earlier that there was one college campus in South Florida, and I can't remember if he said it was New College or one of those Gulf Coast colleges, right? Mm-hmm. Sarasota area. Maybe it was New College that had reported 100% participation. Like all of their registered voters had actually voted.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So I don't know what good it'll do, but you know.
Listen, my thing is just get them out there and vote. I'd rather a fight than what we had last time.
Right. Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Too many people stayed home.
Yeah.
Where's my remote?
You heard of the Barge family, right?
Sorry, say that again.
The Barge family.
The Barge family.
Singing group, the Barge.
Oh, the Barge.
Yeah.
To the beat of the rhythm of the night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bunny is a good friend of mine, right?
Bunny DeBarge.
Yeah, she's been down here. Gene and met her when he did the vow renewal for my sister and brother-in-law. Bunny actually sang.
Mm-hmm.
And she got me so angry, right? I said, listen, you got to go out there and vote. For what? My vote don't count. I said, how ignorant can you be?
Uh-huh.
You know, I said, you're listening to your mother and everybody else. I said, you know why your mother says stuff like that? She says, why? I said, because black women weren't allowed to vote until 1965.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's coming up with that old mental stuff that our vote don't matter, right? Mm-hmm. So then last week she called me. She said, you don't have to call me. I'm on the line right now.
You made a difference.
So she's showing me the line.
Well, you remember the 2000 election when Gore Gore lost Florida by like, what was it, 537?
Yeah, after all the mess. Yep.
I mean, it was like, dude, just like
it was damn near spring before they called it. It seemed like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was just like just a tiny little pile of votes. You know that was.
Yeah. That's what I told Gene. I don't expect to hear nothing until Thursday, Friday. He says, "Why you say that?" I said, "Well, they got to do the mail-ins, and then the drop-offs. They got to add them up, and this and that." And I said, and then
the only thing is with Pennsylvania, is like, if you look at that forecast, I was trying to talk about that earlier. The there's 10 ways that Trump wins.
Mm-hmm.
All of them involve Pennsylvania turning red.
Oh yeah.
And Biden has 89 wins,
mm-hmm.
but not all of them have to have Pennsylvania turn blue. So what I'm trying to say is that Pennsylvania race is like the critical race.
Okay.
You know, if Pennsylvania turns blue, he's all but dead.
Mm-hmm,
You know, I mean, his percentage drops like less than 1%.
Right.
So that's the one. If where
If Biden
goes,
holds all our Clinton stuff,
Mhm.
and then went to Michigan and Wisconsin, you know,
Yeah.
The crucial battlegrounds is North Carolina, Ohio, Florida, Miami, Pennsylvania, Arizona, Virginia,
How's Georgia doing?
and then it says
Georgia's spread out, but they had a bust pipe at the Phillips Arena or whatever that thing's called.
Yeah,
wherever they were counting votes.
That's
they had
down
a
near
bus
the
pipe
CNN
that
center.
slowed them down for Fulton County. Imagine that.
Yeah, not a
Imagine
surprise.
that being the county that got slowed down tonight.
Well, it's going to go blue. Atlanta's just going to go blue. You know.
Oh yeah, that's it's not in question. But still, he's got to run up the score there.
Like I was saying, like one of my nephews asked me, he says, "Why do you don't like Trump?" I said, "Number one, he ran the country like he ran his business."
Yeah, into the ground.
Into the ground. All right. Number two, he made reckless decisions that killed a hell lot of people. A lot of these people didn't have to die from this disease if he would have done what he needed to do. But, you know, the ego, his ego. I'm the man. I'm the president. I'll do what I want. Nobody's going to tell me how to run this. That's how I felt that he was acting. You know, when they were saying we got to, you know, close off the borders. We got to shut down the city. No, he didn't want to. He didn't want to do that.
Right.
You know, and to think that, like I was telling Gene earlier, I said, can you imagine the black racists, the white racists, right? They on their deathbed and say the black racists, now she got a white nurse or a white doctor, huh? Holding the phone for you so you can say goodbye to your family forever.
Right.
And they're the last person there that will hold your hand. How is their heart then? You know? And that's the same, you know, same thing. The white racist and a black nurse or doctor. You know, at that minute, when you know you going, do you have a second or epiphany to say, God, forgive me? You understand what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Nasty about these people, don't know these people, and this last person I'm going to see before I close my eyes. I don't ever want to be in that position.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, and it's like, I wish they would have allowed like people to once they got all the PPE to come in. Like I would have went as clergy under Gene. Let's suit up, go in there, and let's, you know, hold these people's hands. You know, let's tell them, you know, everything's gonna be all right. You know, let's play some gospel music for them or for phone, something.
Right.
People there, all of this running around. Can you imagine them sitting in their room and they can hear them nurses and doctors hustling and bustling and hearing codes going off, hearing the people dying all around them.
Let me tell you,
be that mean no more. You know, it cannot be that mean anymore.
Yeah, Heather's family is all.
We was in Walmart, and she asked me to get a box of crackers. She was too tall for her to get it, and I got it. And she said, "Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you." I said, "No, it's no problem." No, and then she looked at me, and I said, "Oh, I know. Don't worry about it." I said, "God is the same color for everybody."
Right.
I said, "Don't worry about it." I said, so my daughter says, "What happened there?" I said, "She was probably just left her clan meeting."
Oh my God.
And had to ask this black person to help her in the store. She said, "You think so?" I said, "Do you see the look in her eyes? Like embarrassment and then grateful at the same time."
Uh-huh.
You know? And I said, no, you can't be mean. You know,
That's right.
That's ignorance. They were taught that. You can't even be mad at them people. They were taught that, to be angry and bitter and nasty. I said, no, we don't live like that.
So you're from New York? Is that what I heard you say?
Yes.
Were you born in New York?
Yes.
Okay, where at?
Brooklyn, downtown section of Brooklyn.
Okay, cool. And how the hell did you get to Marion County?
Well, when we first moved, once I first retired.
Hey, Donna Kane, I don't want to cut you off. I just want to say good night, guys. My melatonin is kicking in.
Hey, Brian, miss you, dude. Well, let's catch up soon, okay?
Absolutely. Appreciate the invite, Mitch. It's wonderful. We'll be hollering.
All right,
good luck tonight. Everybody keep your fingers crossed.
Be good. Say hello to your family.
All right. Yeah, I was living in Town and Country in Tampa. I had a townhouse down here, and then I heard that my cousin was selling her house up in the shores. So I came to check it out. I liked it. And I wanted, Tampa was getting too urban for my daughter. She was starting middle school. So I wanted her, to slow her ass down a little bit.
Right, yeah.
Bought the house up here. And she started going off. So I called her godmother. I said, listen, she's climbing out of windows going to parties. I think she's going to have somebody, you got to back me up, You think you could take her for a school year? I didn't want to send her to Brooklyn. I was trying to keep her away, but she went back up there and finished high school. Actually, during her senior year, they said she was cutting and everything. So I went back up there and brought her back down. She graduated from Forest and then went to California for school.
So she did Forest instead of Vanguard, huh?
Yeah. And I told her, I said, I don't think I'm gonna hang on to the house. She was like, why? I said, it's too big. It's just me. It's over, 2,500 square feet of living space, and it's 4 bedrooms. All right, 2 full baths. I had the patio in the back and the front room. I said, no, it's just too much. I said, with my injuries, I can't keep up the housework, and I just want to do something that's low maintenance. I said, I'll rent something. And so we did that. When she came back from Cali, she was working down. She is an esthetician. She could does skincare. She's a licensed skincare specialist. So she could work with a dermatologist or plastic surgeon. So she was working down in Riverview. Then come up and tell me, Mom, I'm pregnant. I said, oh, Jesus.
Uh-oh.
So she says, but I feel so bad. I said, that's morning sickness. She says, no, Mom, you don't understand. It's all day. I feel weak. So I took her to a doctor here, and they said, no, she's high risk. She's one of those people that is going to have to be in bed rest most of the time. So she had to quit her job, and she wanted to have the baby here in Ocala. So that's what we did. And I've been here ever since. I like it, but she's ready to move. She has her son. He's 1 year old. She's been going to different states. Like I said, she's been to Colorado. She's been to Fayetteville, where her father is.
Arkansas?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Right now, she's not even doing that anymore. She's into nephrology. She's she's the tech for the what do you call it, dialysis machine.
Yeah.
She just got certified and everything for that. So with this company, DaVita, she can move to any of the 50 states. So I'm just letting her feel away, And she's like, Mom, I don't want you to feel like you trapped because you got to back me up with the baby. I said, no, I don't feel that way. I just want to make sure that when you go to work, your mind is good because you're dealing with people's lives.
I got to move to the table here.
Okay, man.
I'm relocating.
So what I told Gene, I said maybe once a week, like a Friday or Saturday, we could do a podcast. I play some music, we do a theme night or whatever, and I play the music, and we start doing different stuff. You know.
Sorry, I'm just getting resituated here.
I got to get out the house, so.
Yeah, Gene and I have been doing a lot of talking about how this, I don't know what you want to call it, project, I guess, how this thing is going to, what is the trajectory? You know what I mean? Like, where does it go from here?
Right.
And he and I were just talking today, and I was like, man, and he'll tell you this, so I'm not talking out of turn or anything. You know, this is not, this isn't secret. Gene has this severe case of imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he's probably mentioned that to you. But can you hear me still?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He for whatever reason, he knows he's done these cool things, you know, and but he just doesn't think that they're valuable or useful or whatever, you know.
Right.
And so I'm like, look, man, I said, this isn't the Gene show.
Right.
This is Rucksack Revolution. This is a community of people. This is me, you, Gene. You know, Gene just so happens to be the guy who's on the camera. You know? And I said, look, man, you're doing a valuable thing. You're providing a lot.
He has no self-value.
I know, man.
It's part of his mental illness.
Yeah. I mean, I love Gene. I've known him for years and years and years, and we went through the fire together, you know, and I signed on, you know, you know what I mean? I'm a fan.
For him. This is good.
Yeah, I think so.
You know?
Well, it's not just positive for him. You know, when this whole pandemic thing shut everything down, man, we were suffering up here. Here I am 1,000 miles away from my family. My family's in South Georgia. Ooh. I'm in central Pennsylvania. Heather's family's out in New Mexico. You know?
Oh, wow.
And so it's like we're 1,000,000 miles away from everybody. And here we are locked down, you know, and it's like, what are we doing? What happens if one of us get, you know, COVID or whatever? What happens, you know? Right. We got 2 small children. My oldest kid is 4.5.
Oh,
you know?
Wow.
And I mean, these children.
That's scary. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you can understand our fear. She has to go into work at 4:30 in the morning and receive her patients. And most of them are coming from nursing homes.
Right.
Where the COVID is at.
Right. Right.
And she got to come home to her 2-year-old. I mean, 1-year-old. He act like he's 2.
So you put all that, you know, all the pandemic stuff on, you know, on the pile, and then you put like all of the civil unrest that we had over the summer. You know, I mean, as soon as the George Floyd thing happened, and
man, I was sick to my stomach. I was telling some of my friends, right? I said, that is not the Black Lives Matter people. You got people coming in, destroying it, and acting like they're a part of it, but that's not what that's not what it's about. You know, and then some people is like, well, why do you think Black lives are better? And no, it don't mean that. We just they're saying they want the Black lives to be equal value to the white man's life. That's all.
Yeah, I was just having a conversation with my neighbor the other day, and we were talking about that. And he's like, he goes, listen, man, he goes, I have to teach my children that all lives matter. And I'm like, bro, wouldn't it be nice to live in a world where all lives do matter?
It do matter, right?
I was like, but that's not the world we live in. You know, it's like, I mean, you just look at the numbers. The numbers suggest otherwise. It suggests that there are certain lives that don't matter as much as others.
And listen, they didn't even get and check out how they treat the inmates on the correctional level.
Right. Yeah. You were a corrections officer, right?
Yeah. I had to stop some stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I taught public school. The difference between a correctional officer and a public school teacher is not very much, you know?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we just didn't carry guns, and there's some of us that did, you know?
Well, listen, we couldn't carry guns on the inside either. All right. Most of the time I'm working with my flashlight, all right, as a weapon. But see, when you in the correctional academy, they teach you how to make the weapons the inmates make.
Right. Yeah.
You know, like what made me take back. The sergeant says, came. He had a cigarette butt, right? Fresh pack of cigarettes. Broke the top off, and just threw the filter at me. He says, "Turn this into a blade." Like what? He said, well, you said you grew up in Brooklyn in the projects. I said, yeah, but we bought them.
Right.
So he's cracking up. He says, yes, I understand that. But how would you? I said, I don't know. He said, that's right. They have 24 hours, 7 days a week to think of how to make a fucking weapon.
Right.
Excuse me.
No, you're good. Hey, do whatever. Say
And,
what you need.
he says, now, what you're going to do, you're going to pinch it together and light it. All right? And make sure you squeeze it. When I did it and he rubbed it on my skin, I was sharp.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He said, now, I just saved you. So everybody was laughing. I said, what do you mean? He said, if something happens, you're a smoker. I'm telling you to keep your filters in your pocket.
Keep your butts. Hang on to your butts. Right.
Yeah. So I was so happy that my daughter didn't want to go into law enforcement. I was so happy.
You know, I used to date a girl back in early college days,
Mm-hmm.
and her mom was a prison sniper at Del Norte County. She worked at Del Norte County Prison. You know who resided at Del Norte County in Northern California? Charles Manson.
Oh.
So she was at the prison where Charles Manson was. Yeah, he was there. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And now she wasn't watching Mr. Manson. She was out in the prison yard. They had the big tower with the
tower.
Yeah.
The sniper.
And basically it was they put the folks out in this yard, let them do physical activity, whatever. And they had fences and all, but if somebody tried to climb a fence,
she got to pop them.
Her job was to take them off the fence, And I mean, she was a cool lady because she'd come home and make spaghetti and stuff like that. But watch the documentary.
Machine gun in her hand.
Right. She's like, just on the weekends, I got to go do my machine gun practice. So watch the documentary. Gene talks about he actually visited the place where I used to live. I lived out there. There was a woman involved. So that's all I'll say about that. But for some time, and then when I came back from out there, I'd accepted a scholarship offer from Berry College, and so did Gene, and that's where we met. We actually knew each other before that. He was at Central Florida Community College.
Okay.
And CFCC, right? And I was at Bainbridge, which at the time was Bainbridge Junior College, BJC. I was, and he and I used to compete against one another, and we would go to these tournaments, and it was always like he was number one, I was number two, or I was number one, he was number two. You know what I mean? Like we were, and so Berry College had a really bomb program in those days. They were recruiting like mad. They were picking up anybody that could pull the trigger for them. And they had this junior college tournament, and Gene and I went up there, and we wound up finishing number one and number two. Wow! And the coach for the Berry team, who was running the tournament, he came out, and he talked to us. We were outside smoking cigarettes, and he comes over and he's like, "So what is it going to take for me to get you boys to come up here?" And Gene and I were just like, we hadn't even considered. I think he was considering Gainesville, and I was considering going to Athens. You know what I mean? I was like. I don't know. I hadn't really considered it, And I said, "I'll tell you what, Doc. The way you get me is you get Gene." And Gene looked at me and he said, "I think they already got me." So Gene actually came that semester. That was the fall semester. He came up a semester early, and then I finished up my degree and I transferred the following semester, and now we're making Rucksack Revolution 22 years later.
We could see some things happening because I want you to look up the International Double Dutch.
Okay.
International Double
You're talking about rope skipping?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about change in the USA.
Listen. David Walker was a New York City police officer in the 70s. All right. He got a team of girls, right?
Yeah.
To double dutch. And then
inner city youth kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He turned it into a sport. They're trying to get it to go to the Olympics. His daughter is the head of it. She's the CEO now, Lauren Walker. They do their holiday championship at the Apollo Theater. Okay. in Harlem. All right, she lives here in Tampa.
Gotcha.
She also holds what do you call it? A camp, double Dutch camp.
Come on, baby.
Japan comes in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
3 or 4 teams from the West Coast comes in. I mean, we had people all over coming, right? And I was doing, I was driving one of the vans, picking up the teams from the airport and bringing them to what's the name of the college down here? St.
Leo.
St. Leo, yeah. St. Leo College.
That's in that's at the beach, isn't it? That's at Flagler, isn't it?
No. St. Leo's down like Newport Richie or down that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Flagler College. That's in Flagler's in St. Augustine. Flagler Beach got Finn's Bar. That's the closest thing to a college, probably in Flagler Beach is Finn.
No, I was actually thinking about Flagler College, not Flagler Beach. That's
So anyway, this double Dutch thing has taken so far. He was the first. He got the first McDonald's commercial with the double Dutch.
I remember those. Yep.
That was in. He was a police officer, David Walker. He had 2 kids, Lauren, and I forgot her brother's name. And he was from Long Island, got married, and moved up to the Bronx. So Lauren has a condo in the Bronx, and she got a look. What happened? And so anyway, these are certain things we could do. You know.
Is this and how is this person related to you? Do you know?
We're friends.
Oh, you and David, or you and Lauren?
Lauren. Her father passed, I think 2 years ago.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Yeah. If you look it up on if you Google it, all the information will come up. And these are things that needs to be brought out.
Yeah.
You know, because I would love for like out here in Florida, these kids don't know nothing about double Dutch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Here's the Tampa. It was my daughter and my next door neighbor. They were from Brooklyn also. They were doing double Dutch. And the other kids is like, wow, what is that? And we used to get the rope back in the 70s. That was the telephone wire rope.
Right.
For the telephone wire.
And you get a lot of bounce out of those things.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to hire from one because they're
So I got like a jump rope from Nike. And the subscription service I got, and it's supposed to be like, say, if I'm in a hotel room and can't work out, I can jump rope for a couple hours. A couple minutes. And that scares the shit out of me. Just trying to just go for 2 minutes without falling on my face. And y'all doing all this fancy stuff, and you know exactly.
You got to see the Japanese team when you look up those videos. The Japanese team, one whole team is all guys.
What?
All guys.
Wow.
And you'll see in I think the Virginia team and some North Carolina team, I think they was from Rocky Mount. They had mixed boys and girls. And the flips and the tricks that they was doing.
I would never guess that Rocky Mount, North Carolina would have a double Dutch team. They're probably voting for Trump.
But you know how they found out all this stuff through the line. So you can order what you need from Lauren, and they learn to teach you how to time them, how to coach them, and everything. She does.
We should have a Rucksack Revolution double Dutch team.
Well, that's kind of where we got started, Gene. We were talking about like Rucksack Revolution is a community, you know, right. and then we just sort of branched into this other community, and it's like how there's all these things that sort of like dovetail together, these like, sort of unite people or whatever.
Cool.
Right.
And, I mean, we're just trying to think. We're just thinking like, where does this go? Where does this go from here? You know, like how does?
Yo, you know what I'm thinking about? Let's take a road trip to New York.
I know a guy that lives very close to New York.
Almost happened recently.
I just live. Hey, you know where Harrisburg is, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, you know where Williamsport is.
Yes.
I live halfway between the two on the Susquehanna River. And, yeah.
Yo,
beautiful.
The heart of Pennsylvania they're talking about on TV right now.
Yeah. You talking about like double Dutch and stuff like that? We live in Little League country, Little League World Series. Yeah. And I tell you, oh my gosh, when they play the Little League World Series and all those people start showing up here,
Woo!
it's unbelievable how many people just I mean, you look around, it's like, where did all these Koreans come from? You know what I mean? There's just tons of them, you know.
Oh, they're training their kids to get in the major league.
Exactly. And those kids are exciting, man.
What I was trying to tell her to branch out and start showing it, because Double Dutch could be a way of training for football players, basketball players. We can take it to another level. You just want to lose weight, you know. As simple and easy.
Did y'all discuss Sarah McBride that we did when we were going outside, right? But you've had Sarah McBride. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Oh, Brian had to leave. Brian got off. But we talked about Sarah McBride for a little while. Yeah. He said that things in Ohio were not looking very good.
And there's a bunch of them.
You know.
Oh,
need to
Scarlett says people are voting for Kanye.
What's the deal with the whole?
I would do it.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
The hoagies, the sandwiches.
Oh, you mean like the cheesesteaks, or yeah, that's Philly. Yeah. So you got to go across the river and then across the other river.
That's what I was saying. How far it was from you?
Philly is like 3 hours to my east. I mean, it depends. It depends on how you drive it.
Y'all really get it, huh?
Now, I would say this. Listen, I grew up in the deep South where food is good, and moving here, I was not impressed by much of the cuisine. Now, the community that I live in is heavy German, and there's a good Italian influence in the community. So it's like I tell people, we got 15 restaurants and 12 of them serve pizza. You know? And but if you need to get your car engine or your lawnmower engine fixed, these Germans will fix that engine for you. You know what I mean? And every place is like Heimbach's and Reichenbach's, and it got names like that. But every restaurant's got names like Amato's and D'Antonio's and stuff like that. But the thing that Central Pennsylvania does that is amazing to me is there's a little town here, Lebanon. You're familiar with Lebanon, Pennsylvania? Lebanon, Pennsylvania makes Lebanon bologna.
Lebanon,
and it's not bologna.
What is it?
It's not what you think bologna is.
Okay.
It is it's like basically it's like summer sausage. Honestly, it comes in these big rings, like so, and they slice it off at the Pennsylvania does deli meats correctly.
Okay.
That's what they do, right? So we got Hershey's and we got Heinz and we got deli meats. And over in Philly, they just started chopping up steaks and putting them on deli sandwiches and squirting some cheese whiz on there, and that's the thing. But there used to be this shop here in town. These folks from Philly moved out here to the country. We live in a very, very rural area. About 10 minutes from Bucknell University.
Okay.
Where if you look on a map where the Susquehanna River winds out, I live right in the crotch of the Susquehanna River. Yeah. And in fact, the video on our series, Gene and I took some cheesesteaks up to the overlook, and we looked down at the river and had some cheesesteaks, right? But there was a restaurant here called Taste of Philly, and you can YouTube it, like search it on YouTube, Taste of Philly, and there used to have this food challenge, right? People always take their food challenge, and the food challenge was called R period, U period, man enough. Are you man enough? Man enough, yeah. And what it was, you had to eat 4 Philly cheesesteaks that were topped with macaroni and cheese.
Oh no.
And meatballs, and like I think it's some bacon or something. I mean, I don't remember. It's a pile of food.
With like 12-inch sandwiches, each of them.
Dude, 12-inch sandwiches on the menu were called petites.
Okay. So you eat like basically 2 yards of a Philly cheese, macaroni and cheese meatball sandwich.
It was more food than you could carry in your arms.
How long you have to eat it?
Like an hour. And like only one person that I know of did this guy.
How chewy was the bread?
Their bread is excellent.
You know what I mean? Like, is that kind of like chew and chew and chew till it's like
no.
You can never swallow it.
Scarlett says she could do that challenge. Scarlett, there was more food than you. It was like eating Scarlett. You couldn't look anybody in the eye. No, that's right. That's
Skylar, man, you gotta be a stoner to do something like that, man. You ain't no stoner.
Yeah.
I'm an old out of shape stoner. I probably would have tried that maybe when I was younger.
I thought I heard
When
the
I was
boy
at Boy
waking
Scout
up.
camp on staff one year, I bet a bunch of people like to eat. I think it was like a gallon of macaroni salad with a plastic one of the little spoons, right?
Oh no.
I had 1 hour to eat it out of the jug. I made it like I don't know, man. I made half, 2/3 of it. I was sick as shit all night. I lost like $10 or something, but yeah, it became part of Camp Shannon's lore, I'm sure. They let me start using my hands at the end, you know, like I started to scoop it up. It was nasty.
Look at that. I out eat grown ass Marines, make them cry.
What?
She said she out eats the Marines.
Can you? How many crayons can you eat, Scarlett?
What happened? We ahead?
Hey.
Wait, what's going on?
My daughter's saying it looked like Biden's a little head, but it's tight. It's tight.
I was just saying hey to her son. He's like, come out. He's in her arms. He's like, who's this guy? I was like, hey, what's up, dude?
That's Santa Claus.
I'm Santa Claus. I'm your Uncle Buck. Glad to meet you. We're gonna go to the dog track and have pancakes.
Uncle Buck. John Candy.
I am. I'm crossing Uncle. I'm like Uncle Buck and the dude. Luke Skywalker got old. And I don't know. Man.
Oh, how about this? Loomis will be the first woman to represent Wyoming in the Senate.
Get out, man. That's a Democrat won a Senate seat out of Wyoming.
Wyoming was the first state to give women the right to vote, and they didn't elect a woman to Senate until 2020.
It was 1869. Was it the right to vote? Am I correct?
If I believe so, because there was more women there than men. It was like there's more women and sheep in Wyoming than men.
I knew you were going to say that. I was going to say it, but I didn't say it.
Yeah, Wyoming is a whole lot of nothing. Dude, I was driving across Wyoming one time on I-80, and I almost hit some sheep that were grazing on the interstate.
What?
I said I was driving across I-80 in Wyoming, going to Cheyenne, and there was some sheep.
I had a bear on a road, 2-lane road in the Sierra Nevadas, and then 2 switchbacks below that.
Dude.
A herd of free grazing cattle.
But the sheep were grazing on the interstate. They were eating grass that was growing through the interstate.
Oh gosh!
Because nobody's in Wyoming and grass grows through the interstate.
I didn't take the interstate to Wyoming. I actually went because I got to like Devil's Tower. I somehow got from, I did have a few beers and a shot of Jameson and Sturgis, and then basically the next morning I was at Devil's Tower, Wyoming, and however I got in between, I did. I slept somewhere. But I did that. But yeah, then I just took highway across to Cody and then to the parks because I thought, I'll just go and see where this goes, and it was actually a pretty cool drive, man. You get to like the Bighorn, I think it's the Bighorn National Forest, and I can't remember the name of the other one. Like that's the one, like when you leave Cody, I think you go through one on the way to Yellowstone. It's on
the documentary. Scarlett says she can eat 57.5 crayons, 58 if they're scented.
All right, and you should be a Marine, Scarlett, not just married to one. Booyah, Semper Fi.
Hey, Scarlett, where did you get a job? I see you holding all this bread. Where did you get a job? You working at? Is that Subway or is that something else?
I think Jimmy John's or something.
Jimmy John. Ooh, Jimmy John's.
No, man, Jimmy John's. I hear like it's like Papa John's, man. If you got John's in your name, you treat your employees like shit and everything.
Oh well, that might be true.
I mean, I'm talking like national, like the whole like the other thing where. Yeah, it just sucks, man.
Well, I know that like I was telling Donna earlier, Pennsylvania does
a good job there. You know what I mean? But still,
my IQ is too high.
Service industry, Scarlett. I was in it for like 15 years, man.
She said her IQ is too high for Marines.
I see it.
She said Jimmy John's. All right, cool. Jimmy John's.
My friend Linda, Linda, yeah, her daughter used to work for Jimmy John's a few years ago.
I've never had Jimmy John's outside of the state of Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is the only place I've ever had Jimmy John's.
Nah, well, there's Jimmy John's here.
I know they're all around.
We got one or two, and there's Jimmy John's in Colorado because Candace worked there, Linda's daughter. So,
yeah. Fair enough, Scarlett.
That's good, man. Yeah, customer service sucks. Like,
Oh, Gene, guess who I just heard from? Michael Thomas is awake.
Oh, good morning, Michael.
Hang on, let me see what he said. He just sent me a message. He says,
I feel like Jabba the Hutt sitting here all sideways with a beer. Jabba the Hutt, man, what's your questions about the election tonight?
Okay, so 15 minutes ago, he said, I'll be up in 15. So he's texting in his sleep.
Oh. Well, okay, yeah, Donald Trump's winning Wyoming. We can figure that.
He gets both of their electoral votes.
3.
Oh, Scarlett survived FedEx 2020. Yeah, what happened with that? I thought did you leave FedEx or are you still with them?
I think she told him to go to hell. Directly or indirectly.
Yeah.
I've done that in the restaurant business. Scarlett, man, the restaurant business. I recommend that you join like a front of house or back of house restaurant Facebook group or two. I'll send you a couple good ones, man. They're great, man. They're pretty funny. Sometimes they're cool. Sometimes they're rude as hell. Back of house is never. I don't know, man. You know, it's kind of funny. On one hand, I always think that like I learned a lot of lessons about community, about beloved community, working on cook lines. But at the same time, it's like the military. It's like beloved community. But at the same time, it's like in your face rudeness. You know?
She took all her overtime hours and wouldn't respect her boundaries. So she
man, is that what you do in 2020, man? Like ghost your employer? I used to call it quitting my job.
Quit.
I just not show up and I get drunk as hell and say, I'm sorry, I'm too hungover to come to your sorry ass today. And then I'd be sweating trying to make rent for like 3 weeks and then I'd be okay. Because that's the restaurant business for you. I only did that a few times intentionally. There's 2 people watching us. I assume one of them might be Scarlett.
It's got to be Scarlett.
Who is the other person watching us right now? I don't care who you are. Maybe Donald Trump, man. If you're watching us right now, just put the StreamYard thing in the browser, and like, come on, man. We want to see who these 2 people are watching us. Like one of you is probably at Langley in the CIA, and the other one's Donald Trump, man. Well, either one, come on, man.
What about it, Scarlett? You want to come on and chat with us for a little while? I said, I think it's best if I resign, and they said no. What?
Welcome to the restaurant business. If you say I think it's best that I resign, they'll say that's great because we took you off the schedule 2 hours ago.
Do you work here?
Yeah, dude. You'd be walking in to clock in, and your number don't work no more, and you can't figure out why.
I tried. I used to work for Michael's Arts and Crafts. I worked in a warehouse over in Valdosta, and when I left there, I tried to get my former employer to write me a letter of recommendation. Oh wait. What did you say? That requires clothes. So
what? You quit your job? Wait a minute. What? What about somewhere on clothes? You said it's best to be resigned. It requires what? Did you try to resign on Zoom or what are you saying?
Oh, I said, I said you should come on the show, and she said that requires clothes. So she's saying,
put on your clothes, Scarlett.
Just turn your camera off. You can turn your camera off, Scarlett. Just come on here and talk to us.
Come on, man. This is election day. It's semi-formal. Come on, put on some clothes.
Yeah, check this out. I can
put on your socks.
See if I can turn off my. I guess not.
I think people had visions this show would be like we'd have the big board and the whole, we talk about nothing but West Virginia and Wyoming, and instead it's like we're sitting around going like, put your clothes on and come on the show, Scarlett.
What is
real America right here, man. I'm telling you, man, $9 a month, bro. That's 30 cents. What do you get, man? You get the best damn documentary about the U.S. you will ever see this year. Netflix ain't got shit on this. I'm just saying it, man. It's about time. Netflix ain't got shit on this, all right? So you get that, and you get a podcast, a couple podcasts. Sometimes it's some cool shit like Donna Kane just sitting in her easy chair telling you what's up with the world, right? And sometimes it'll be some video thing, and sometimes it'll be from Germany, and sometimes it'll be somewhere else. And then you're like, and then you get like the block on it. I'm gonna read a couple of my crazy. I wrote a poem last night that is either totally sucks or is really good. I'm not sure which. Those are the best kind. And anyways, but it's supposed to be about the election, but I don't know. You tell me.
Oh no!
I'll put it on my phone and show it to y'all later in a bit.
Oh no!
Anyways, I'm gonna shut up now so Mitch can get back to the actual election, which is at hand. Flagstaff.
All right. So what is this? This is as of 10:45.
What?
They're updating the 538 blog. So I want to get the latest update from them. Okay.
You two people watching, man. Just come on, man. Do the StreamYard. Put it in your, because we just want to see who you are, man. Anyways, so we can just give you a hard time or an easy time, or you give us a hard time. We can laugh and make jokes. We can talk about 538. We can talk about lava lamps. I don't care.
Look at that. So it's looking like what is that? What is that percentage?
I can't see. I'm old, dude. I'm wearing glasses. Look at me. I gotta like get down here like
54%. So all right. So as of 54% reporting.
Where?
Up here at the top. No, nationwide. 54%. No, I guess it wouldn't be nationwide. I guess it would have to be of the reporting.
Nationwide. We should have that. That's too bad. Like that, Time Warner, whoever charges for every musical note ever created since Pythagoras. But yeah, I'm bad. I'm nationwide by ZZ Top, man. That little guitar, like dun 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 dun. That would be a great stinger.
All right, looking like
you created the greatest stinger in history with Jadavian Clowney. No question about it. POD. That thing should be archived in the Smithsonian next to Archie's chair.
ABC is projecting Trump wins Missouri, but Biden wins Illinois.
Yeah, I would figure that because of Chicago. St. Louis ain't big enough to outweigh Missouri, though. Oh, what's this now? Somebody's coming on.
It's
Scarlett's coming on. Woo! All right, we got to take down the we're gonna take down the banner thing so we can see Scarlett.
If I can get you to stop playing on my phone.
Yeah, you gotta turn.
This
You
is
have to kill the
right
feed,
here,
man.
And you see Donna Kane.
Scarlett.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, I need to take a break. I need to take a break now.
You break?
A break. I'm gonna take a break. I'll be back in a sec.
So what's going on, Scarlett?
Well, I did drink half a bottle of NyQuil, but since they wanted me on here, hello.
Oh my gosh, man, you are in the food service business. Good. I should tell my cooks. I'd say, like, look, man, like you get sick. I don't care if you got a brain tumor or the common cold. Like, if you got to come into work, I want you to drink a full-size bottle of Robitussin and like a 2-liter Mountain Dew.
Yeah, there's nothing in here.
If you aren't scheduled, I want you to drink a full bottle of Robitussin and like a 4-pack of 16-ounce Budweiser and just sleep. And do that for up to 3 days. And look, you can break your thigh bone where it's sticking out your skin. And if you drink enough Robitussin and Mountain Dew, like your ass can make it through a shift on the line.
I had today and tomorrow off. And so nobody's going to hear from me tomorrow.
What?
Nobody's going to hear from me tomorrow. I have a whole other bottle of NyQuil. I'm going to see how much I can get through. Nobody's hearing from me tomorrow.
That's like that meme I posted the other day, man, that said that thing about like your boss calls you up to come in on your day off. You say, "Nope, I'm already drinking." And they say, "What? It's only 10 a.m." And you're like, "Yep."
Yeah, no. I was at work till after 1 a.m.
So what do you do at
yesterday.
Jimmy John's? Are you like, do you do deliveries? Do you make
I
sandwiches?
do everything. I'm kind of where they put me. I do deliveries, and then I also do in shop. So I get stuck with all this shitty stuff.
Rucksack Revolution just posted Biden 192, Trump 114. This is one hell of a baseball game. Look at this score, 192 to 114. That's amazing.
I'm not going to comment on it because last time I manifested something, I ended up fucking myself over. So.
Oh, I hope Trump doesn't win again. I really don't.
I'm not going to say anything. So I had to work on Halloween, and that's a pagan holiday, so I wanted it off. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to manifest.
Right?
It's Samhain, yeah.
Samhain. What's Samhain about?
So it's the last harvest festival of the year, and also it's a day to honor your dead. So it's kind of like a mixture of Halloween and Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people just use it as an excuse to get drunk, which is what I probably would have done.
Out of death comes out of life, whatever, the circle of life, right? What's it, Persephone? It's like Persephone, right?
Yeah. Not everybody who celebrates Samhain follows that denomination, though. It started in Ireland, actually. So,
wow.
Girl, educate us.
Man, I got too much NyQuil to educate.
So you look like you just did a fat ass rail of coke, man. Run your hair. I seriously met her when she bought me a shot of Jameson and a can of Pabst at a bar in Sturgis, man. She'd run her nose up her face every 15 minutes in the bathroom. I was like, oh my gosh, she was a hotel heiress. It was like Paris Hilton in 25 years.
Wow.
Yeah, burnout, like I'm serious. The bartender told me, he's like, yeah, dude. He says, in Sturgis, don't ever, someone could be totally trashed and crazy, whatever, all whacked out. They could be a famous movie star and shit. Like they come out here and just do their thing. And she really was like, she apparently was somebody, I guess, but man, she was coked up as hell. It was kind of funny. But anyways, that one, there's no video of that. It's kind of like the bear.
No, if I was coked up, I'd probably be in a lot better mood.
No, man, we can't have none of that, man. That's just bad for you.
I mean, yeah, but it's 2020, so I'd probably still be in a better mood.
Stick to the organics.
So locally sourced Coke. Got it.
Yeah. No, whatever.
But I manifested. I was like, you know what? If they're making me work, I want to make sure that I get paid. I didn't get a single break that night. I made over $50 in tips. Yeah.
You do get tips? What do you get?
I made over $50 in tips that night, but my sugar was dropping. I was like, okay.
Get out. What night was that? Like a weekend, or was that like
it was Halloween?
Halloween, but still $50, man. That's not bad. Plus, you're making
$6 an hour.
Minimum wage? Are you making like maybe $10 an hour? What do you make?
No, they pay me $6.
$6? Wow. But still you got tips. That sucks.
Yeah. Because I get tips. And if I don't make over $10 in tips, they pay me minimum wage. But like I manifested, and for like the next 2 days, we had so much business. Every single Jimmy John's in town ran out of fucking bread.
Ran out of bread?
Yeah. All of them. Every Jimmy John's ran out of bread.
Wow.
In North Carolina?
No, just in our city.
That's cool. How many Jimmy John's are in Jacksonville? Probably about 3, 4. 4?
Yeah.
The Marines, man, like sub sandwiches.
And then the next day, I was like, you know what? I don't want us to get very much business. I need a break. I only made $5 in tips. I had like 2 deliveries. I had like 2 tips. Yeah, 2 deliveries. So apparently, I can only go from one extreme to the other. So I'm not going to say shit about this election because I may jinx it.
So what do you say? Are you saying that like basically like if Biden gets elected or Trump gets reelected, either way, are you still making shitty tips at Jimmy John's?
Yeah.
Welcome to the food service industry. I was there for 15 fucking years, man. I want to go back. I don't know why. I think because I'm twisted in the head. I'm seeing all these funny memes on the Rude Chef. Like,
you meet some cool people there, though.
What?
You meet some cool people there, though.
Dude, you meet some weird people in the restaurant business, man. But it's cool. Like Anthony Bourdain said, man, it's like the last place. It's the last refuge of misfits. And he meant that in a good way. You know what I mean?
The other night, that night where I didn't have a break, I actually delivered somebody from Cairo, Georgia, in North Carolina. So he was like, hey, I seen your area code. Are you from Georgia? I was like, yeah. He's like, what part? Like, Bainbridge is like, oh man, I'm from Cairo and Tifton. I was like, I'm sorry. Like, what do you want me to say here? He's like, why are you sorry? I was like, it's fucking Georgia. What do you want me to say?
But Cairo's the home of Jackie Robinson.
I mean, it's home to a lot of things. Most of them aren't.
Jackie Robinson, man, first black player in the Major League Baseball. You know, he's from Cairo, Georgia. Hank Aaron was from Mobile, Alabama.
Most good things don't come out of Georgia.
If like there was such a thing as like competitive spell casting in the Olympics, would you watch the Olympics?
Wait, what? Oh, sorry, the night was
like competitive spell casting.
No.
Instead of say like weightlifting or something.
See, are you thinking like Harry Potter spells? Because usually when I do
whatever kind of spells, it could be like wrestling in the Olympics. There's like Greco-Roman style and freestyle, so it could be like a Greco-Roman spell casting.
All I pictured was like a bunch of people with cauldrons lined up. Like, okay, put this in this pot, and then like everybody like poisoning their opponents by adding ingredients.
Oh my gosh! She just had to single off on her phone. It was like Cinderella's fairy godmother just cleaned up the kitchen or something.
Oh.
Ding.
So who the hell is Pedro? Somebody said I voted for Pedro.
Pedro, man. Vote for Pedro, man. Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, right.
Vote for Pedro. Uh-huh. That would be the ultimate movie to watch on election night. Vote for Pedro. Scarlett, have you ever seen Napoleon Dynamite?
It's been a while.
Great movie. Yes, brothers and cousins and whatever too, man. Pedro did. Were you just downing a bottle of NyQuil? That's not healthy.
It's 2020, man.
Let's say y'all watching this all like three of you right now. All three of you. If you are not subscribed to like Rucksack Revolution,
got a whole other bottle too
on YouTube or like the Patreon site Rucksack Rev, you're nuts, man. You miss like people like the other thing. Like we could be like doing podcasts like with people like Donald Trump, man, or we could be doing like podcasts with people like Buzz Aldrin, right, or Mick Jagger. I mean, theoretically, in a universe of infinite possibilities, that could happen. But instead, I have my friends, I have my homies, man, like Scarlett here, man, like chugging NyQuil on election night. You know what I mean? Like just letting it all out.
You can't tell me I'm wrong either.
I mean, where are you going to find this, America? You ain't going to find it nowhere else. Where are you going to find Donna Kane hanging out top the side, conciliari? Right? You see what I'm saying? Right? You ain't going to find this nowhere. They just said, yeah, okay, Trump's going to win Mississippi. Okay, yeah.
My dog is just judging me.
Can I say her name without pissing you off and you think I'm being an ass?
Well, I have headphones on now, so.
Toast.
He's asleep. Roxy's the one judging me. I'm about to send you a picture of it.
Roxanne, you
she is judging.
The red light. Someone's texting me to tell me to shut up, man.
No, that was me showing you Roxy judging me.
Oh, there it is. Scarlett Beth Coper sends a photo. Y'all, it's Roxy right here. Whoop, let me get it. There it is. There's Roxy. Like Roxy Music, the music group. You ever heard of Roxy Music? They had some good tunes like back in the 80s, 70s.
Are you doing that or is Mitch?
Me.
No, I
I'm
mean.
doing what? I guess I'm doing it. I mean.
Oh, okay. I thought the screen was possessed.
It is. Oh, Mitch scrolling all that. That's probably Mitch. Because I'm supposed to learn how to do all this stuff, but then I never. Oh, Mitch is waiting to come on, man. Hang on. Where's my? Oh, I'm missing that. Here we go. Mitch has probably been down there for 5 minutes.
No,
Can you guys be trying to find a space shuttle? I can hardly handle a Chromebook. I got to look at like 2-3 things at once. Oh, here's a comment over here. I'm missing comments, man. This is complicated.
I agree, but I also.
Mitch is probably like, dude, I'm waiting for you to come on. So he has the Biden, okay, and then Lindsey Graham can kiss my ass, man. Oh, man. Mitch McConnell and Lindsey Graham. That's the most disappointing thing of the whole election so far, man. Like, those two are still going to be around.
2020 isn't over yet.
Senate, man. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't know. I guess it would be kind of funny to see the two of them like in the Senate.
Can you guys see this?
Dude, I'm going to get the rest of this case there. This is badass.
Can you guys see this?
Oh, hang on. No, I got to get this banner out of the way.
Where do I?
Whoops. Oh,
it says Biden has 209, Trump has 118.
So is that right? Is that off of Facebook?
No, it's Google. I just typed in election and it updates, so I've been refreshing every 10 minutes. And they're only like 1 point difference with the actual votes.
Oh man.
Burritos, cheesecake, yogurt, and queso. That's it. My 4 favorite food groups. I finally figured it out after months of trying.
Queso almost killed me yesterday, so there's that.
Queso almost killed you?
Yeah, because I'm allergic to peppers. And there was like jalapeno in it.
I'm about 70 from it.
Yeah, no, like my lips started swelling. I felt like Lindsay Lohan.
Well, should I just say that, like, basically cheesecake, queso, and man, what was the other? Oh, yogurt. They're all dairy, so that's really just one food group, isn't it? Versus burritos, that could be its own food group.
Yeah, my burrito almost killed me too because I got queso on it.
Guacamole could be a food group.
Don't do Jimmy John's guac. It's not working.
Unless it was guacamole ice cream, man, because guacamole ice cream would be dairy, and now you're right back to the whole cheese question.
Not if it's vegan.
Vegan guacamole?
No, vegan ice cream guacamole.
Oh, I guess it could be. I like the with like coconut milk ice cream, like Halo Top or something. I lost a lot of weight eating ice cream a couple years ago. Because I had a pint of that, man. There was like a fat pint of Halo Tops, like 360 calories.
You guys see this right here?
What is it?
Are we still streaming the stream?
Yeah, I see it.
This is Pennsylvania, 48% reporting, 55% Trump, 41% or 42% Biden. This is what they said was going to happen in Pennsylvania, was that there'd be a red push and then a late blue surge. But we're only 49% reporting right now. Looking in at Georgia, 70% reporting, 54% Trump.
I mean, did we expect anything different? It's Georgia.
Well, yeah, actually, Georgia was looking really blue earlier today, and then actually Florida is bluer than Georgia right now. It's like about 400,000 vote difference in Florida with 98% reporting. Yeah, I'm thinking that Florida's probably going to go Trump.
Oh yeah. It's been like looking that way for a while. I can't believe they haven't announced it.
Well, I mean, 98% reporting. Jesus, this thing's going to come down to the wire.
So can we just make it a rule to where after elections nobody has like Trump signs or flags or anything because it's after election year?
No. I think even if Trump loses, you're still going to see those flags, you know?
I mean, in 2016, I was like really, really big for Bernie, but you didn't see me having Bernie everything.
Well, you're not a fascist.
I mean, like all these straight men are gonna have like 5 Trump signs and say that they're not gay.
Hang on a second.
Are you saying that if a guy has 5?
I'm saying it's suspicious. I'm saying it's suspicious. Like, why are you gonna ride his dick so hard if you're not into that?
See, man, you ain't gonna hear this kind of crap, man, on just any live stream or podcast.
Really though, like, why are you riding his dick so hard if you're not into dick?
I'm willing to bet you that we are the only live stream in the world right now where somebody is drinking NyQuil. There can be several eating Tostitos, though.
I didn't have weed and I didn't have alcohol. I just stress ate a whole apple pie earlier too. So a whole apple pie and half a bottle of NyQuil.
You ate an apple pie?
Yeah, just out of the carton. I didn't even heat it up.
I'm saying, man, like I ate a whole key lime pie for breakfast like Saturday morning.
You had a whole cheesecake for breakfast when you were here. You had a whole cheesecake when you were here.
Yeah, man.
I opened my fridge. You didn't even take your fork out. I opened my fridge. There's just like, hey, don't wash that. I'm gonna finish that later.
Cheesecake and burritos are like I could basically live on them. I guess I'd have to have some veggies once in a while, but they could be like vegetarian burritos. I don't know, maybe with chicken. Nobody's watching the show right now.
Well,
I was watching, and then you made me get on here. So
what?
I was watching, and then you made me get on here. So
I didn't make you. Mitch probably did.
No, I think it was Gene.
Oh, I might have.
What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Wednesday, right? New Elvis burger tomorrow at noon.
yeah, no, not happening. This is what I'm drinking. You're drinking wine. I'm drinking NyQuil.
Yeah, I had to lay off the wine. I got to work in the morning. Man. So is California wrapped up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only 33% reporting. Are they counting on this screen here? Are they counting California's 55?
I would guess so. Yeah.
I don't know, but just go into Google and type in election results. That's how
that's what's on the screen
now.
Yeah, that's just how I've done it every election since I realized how elections work.
Yeah.
So I kind of trust Google.
Well, that's what's on the screen right now. I got the election results from Google right now.
Yeah, so the only ones that they're really waiting for are Arizona, Texas, Georgia, Florida, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Michigan, Wisconsin, Idaho, and Montana. And the only one that hasn't had any count so far is Nevada.
Okay, so Arizona's got, let's say that pitch 20 to 30.
Oh, well, they haven't counted Alaska and Hawaii, but the state side is Nevada.
What's Ohio doing? Ohio's looking better than Pennsylvania right now.
Does anybody know what Ohio's doing? It's Ohio.
They're 94% reporting. Got a 53-45 lead.
Why do I have a feeling this is going to come down to exactly what it came down to the last time, with it coming down to electoral?
I mean, it will, yeah.
But if Biden gets more than Trump, are they gonna, accept that result?
Well, I don't know. I mean, he's got to get 270 to win. And what do you mean? Like, is Trump going to like not accept defeat? Is that what you're saying?
Well, Trump is one person. I'm not too worried about Trump. It's all of his little supporters that scare the hell out of me. Like, all the ammo shelves at all the stores here are already empty.
Yeah.
Yep. Out here too.
Yeah.
That's a crazy
I went
mofo.
to go buy my 9mm. They didn't even have the gun that I wanted.
Yeah, no, they raided my fucking car yesterday while I was leaving the base because they're so worried. Yeah, no, my car got raided by police yesterday, leaving the base. I was like driving to work and I was like going out of the gate off base and they stopped me and they're like, "We're doing random car checks. Get out of the car." I was like, okay, I don't have anything to hide, but that's bullshit. And they like made me open everything up and get out of the car. They dumped my purse. They tried to take my medication.
Oh no, that sounds like harassment.
They accused me of having drugs. They didn't believe me when I said I didn't have a weapon. Like, they're taking the shit seriously.
Man, look at North Carolina.
On you.
I didn't do stuff like that when I was in. I don't think.
Yeah, but coming off base.
Oh,
she was coming off the base. That's crazy. These were MPs or the regular cops.
It was MPs. Like, I take kratom for my pain. Before I started taking kratom, I was pretty much bedbound. And now I'm well enough to have a job, but they tried to take it. They were taking photographs of it. They were putting my name out over the scanner. I was like, shit, I'm going to be late for work. And they let me go, but I don't know if it's because of the election with everybody bringing weapons on or what. But
they were supposed to let you know what they were searching for.
I mean, they said it was random.
Pretty much.
They said it was random, but I hate it here.
The Bill of Rights does not apply for soldiers. Marines. They're go to military justice.
It doesn't apply for
rights that you have
either.
like, don't exist in the military. Like, like they gotta have a warrant, like to search your car or something. You know.
Yeah, no,
Don't work
doesn't apply to spouses either.
Yeah.
What I loved though was when I got to work, I was like, "Y'all better hide your weed because they're searching cars," and everybody's like, "Shit!" And they all just started hiding everything.
Well, yeah, food service industry, man. Every other person's a stoner, and the other people are lying.
I watched one person down a whole monster in like 30 seconds, and then just like screamed, and then was like, "Okay, thank you for calling Jimmy John's. How can I help you?" Like, fucking love it.
I mean, like, you ever notice in the restaurant business, there's never any piss tests for employment?
Yeah, no, they hired me on the spot.
They never hire anybody.
They hired me on the spot. And then I was like, "So do you guys have health insurance? Because, like, I need new glasses." And they're like, "We do, but nobody has it because they drug test you, and none of us can pass a drug test."
Man. Hey, Gene, I'm going to have to log off, dude. I just noticed my battery is under 10%. So
okay.
I might have to be leaving you here.
Okay.
But that means you're going to have to pull up a tab. Just Google election results, and then you'll get this screen right here if you want to leave it on.
Google, like on another tab?
Yeah, open a new tab.
Oh man, I look gross. Why would you do that to me?
What did I do?
Election
full
results.
screen.
Okay, what am I looking at? Oh, there's like this. It shows election results.
Yeah. Did you come back to the stream and hit share screen?
Wait a minute.
Democratic voters hope election day means
No, so where does it like
Texas.
share screen? Where what? Share screen.
Yeah, hit share screen.
One of the biggest headlines that I see is Democratic voters hope election day will mean Democrats will stop texting them.
True enough.
I don't even know how they got all my information. I got like 17 texts from some random girl.
Hey, there it is.
Is it there?
Yep, it is.
I did it.
So scroll down so you can frame it up, and then hit Control plus plus on your keypad.
Do what?
Go to the active window, the window with the election results.
Yeah.
And hit Control plus plus on your keypad. Hit Control plus plus.
Oh. Shit, where's the plus? Oh, way up in the corner. Plus plus.
Yep. Hit it one more time.
Control.
There you go. Whoa. All right. So now you can see the screen a little better. Yep. There you go.
I guess it needs to be smaller now. How do I make it smaller?
Minus. Hit Control minus.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh,
Yeah, but look down there at the popular vote. Look down here. Biden is leading in the popular vote.
Yeah.
so what states does Biden have to win?
It's saying it's down to Arizona, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin.
That's the conciliare said that. So you know it's so.
Yeah. So he's got to take all.
Look at CNN.
Are you saying he's got to take all those places?
They're not saying he have to take them all, but it says it's coming down to it. So I guess if he makes 2 of them,
That's like the 4 states everybody predicted, other than Florida and. So what happened with North Carolina? Oh, they haven't reported North Carolina yet.
Yeah, North Carolina's too close to call. It's getting close to. They're getting close to it though. You can hover over it, Gene. Go to the screen and hover over North Carolina and click it.
On the other screen.
Yeah. Yeah, you see it. There it is.
So you can see it now?
Yeah, it says 94% reporting. It's like 2.7 to 2.6.
Yeah. Oh,
it's
okay.
really
so
close.
This screen and just like do. And here's Florida. Florida sucks. Look at that.
5.6, 2.5. I
could probably enlarge this. Like, who really cares about the popular vote, anyways?
Yeah, just hit Control plus again. Yeah, get it up there. That way. Now go to Pennsylvania and go check out Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
1.9 to 1.4. All right.
That's how big this
is. But there's only 51% reporting there. And like I said, that's going to be a late blue push.
Let's check out some of the weird states, like
Arizona. What's Arizona got? That looks good.
California.
Hey, scroll down one click.
Some guy's ass kicked in California.
Oh yeah. Scroll down one click, dude, so that you get the scoreboard at the top of the screen.
This?
No, other direction. There you go. So get
even
your
Texas 46-51 and it's 77. So that's, I mean, I doubt it, but it's still possible.
I mean, almost every one of the states is like almost 50-50. I mean, they're really, really close.
Did you see the restaurant that I shared the post for in Bainbridge?
No, which one was that?
It was a barbecue place. They opened after you left. But they were like, if you can prove that you voted for Trump, we'll give you 10% off. And if you voted for Biden, we're going to upcharge you 30% and take all your food, because that's how socialism works.
Okay.
They posted it on their business page.
What is the name of the restaurant?
If you just go to my Facebook, you can find it.
Okay.
I think they opened after I left too, because I've been gone for almost 3 years.
Same here.
Somebody was like, distasteful, just like their food.
Oh, J3 barbecue and homemade ice cream.
Then they got mad that people were like, that's not how that works.
Somebody commented, people are really showing their whole ass.
What?
That's
There's a
funny.
comment?
Yeah. Like
you,
on
you both would love Brittany. Her name's Hinton Marie or Marie Hinton on Facebook.
Yeah.
She's like the official, unofficial photographer for my business, and she's amazing. You guys would love her. Even like people that I grew up knowing were like super Republican were just like, what the fuck are you doing? The comments are great though.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. Oh, and the guy's like, I can't believe everybody's getting so upset about this. Wow, 540.
Upset about what? Trump winning?
No, dude, you're so far behind, dude.
What?
Trump.
Are you sure you're not the one drinking the NyQuil?
Scarlett said that there was a restaurant that opened in Bainbridge. It's a barbecue joint, and they posted on their Facebook page.
Oh, about upcharging Biden for the social.
And then I just looked up their Facebook page, and that one post had something like 548 comments or something like that, and people are mad, dude. And they're like, well, you should have learned that you should leave politics out of your business model, but if you hadn't learned, you're going to learn now, right? Yeah, that place won't stay open. That's pretty rough.
All the comments are great though. Somebody was like,
see, it's
all
like
you're not even a barbecue
versus exurbia. It's not suburbia, it's exurbia. It's not the country, it's exurbia. That drew a big response. Exurbia. Like, what's his name? Brooks. He writes for the New York Times, wrote a book about exurbia about 10 years ago. It's like the world connected by interstates. So it's the chain restaurants and all that stuff. That's our common culture now, is chain restaurants. Like Chili's. Chili's is what binds the U.S. together.
Yep, that's it. I just got the 5% mark, so I'm gonna have to get out of here, people.
All right.
Later on, Mitch.
Hey, Donna, it was really a pleasure to meet you.
Same here. You see me again?
I'm definitely
Donna's one of my best people, man, down here, man.
I'm looking forward to watching your. I'll watch your podcast tomorrow if I can.
Okay.
And Scarlett, nice to see you as well. Hope you feel better soon. And I hope we all feel better really soon.
Yeah. I have another podcast this week. I'll figure something out. So.
I'll check in with you at another half bottle in.
Gene, you could I can get you Brian's information. Brian that was on the show earlier.
Yeah,
you want to talk to him. He's a nice. He's not on Facebook though, but he's a cool cat. I'll give you his number. I'll send it to you.
That'd be cool.
I'm sure he would like it. He's a guy you get hooked on this, man, and he'll start sharing it with all his lefty buddies, and you'll have some.
Yeah, I need to get Mitch Goldstein on here too, man. He's total lefty. He's from Jersey. He's Turk's oldest, bestest friend. Need to get Turk's ass on here.
There's a good one. All right, peeps, I got to go for real. So good night, everyone. I'm
gonna invite some people on this show on Messenger here in just a minute, man. When you off, I'm gonna put the thing back up.
Do it. All right. Later on, y'all. Good night.
Yep. So here we go. We put this back. No, that's not what I wanted.
I may have to get off here too. The NyQuil's starting to kick in.